Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everyone. It's time for some D&D. And we got a full house, all the usual people, and a special guest who's been here before. So welcome back, Trav.
Hello.
Glad
I'm doing it too long.
glad to have you back, my dude. So we're doing some D&D tonight that is not Aberrant Empire. We're in between arcs on that. We're going to be doing this is part one of a two-shot that I have going. This is called Before Bloodsight. I have sort of a Bloodborne inspired campaign that I'm kind of spitballing in the background, but prior to that, we're going to do Before Bloodsight. So this is before the events of that campaign. They'll probably relate to it in some way, but as of now, it's just like an unattached prequel kind of thing. Does anybody have anything they wanted to like talk or get out before we get it started, or should I just jump right in? I know we got a full house and plenty to go through, but oh no, I gotta fix the layout now, but that's fine. Anyways, not terribly. I just gotta slightly adjust it. So anyway, I guess everybody vamp for a moment while I fix that.
Hello, everybody. It's been a long time since I've been here.
Yeah, hey,
I'm
Yeah, it
here.
has. Been staying busy.
You could say
Yeah, I mean,
that.
given that we're on your channel, it has been quite a long time since we've seen you.
Who are all of you people? Where did you come from?
You just left the keys
property.
open to your house. We've been hanging out.
In my
gotta,
case,
like-
it is literally the key, your restream key that I've just, had.
Who are you, these young whippersnappers?
You're up to no good, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, is this
Gonna
the...
wave a cane at you.
I clicked on it, but I didn't actually look at it. Is this the RE8 save theme specifically? Sounds like it.
Oh, did you post another?
Yeah, I think, has anyone else played Resident Evil 8 besides me at this point? I know Sid you wanted to, but I don't know if you did as of yet.
No, because I had rent, car insurance, and an Oregon trip all paid for in one go, and then I was like, I can never afford another thing in my life. So
Oh.
maybe next week.
Especially since, well, I don't know what version you're gonna get, but I know some are, $70 now.
Yeah. I have beaten Resident Evil 8, but that was going to happen regardless.
Yeah,
Is it good?
turn you up.
Oh yeah, it's really good. It's very. I tell people, if you liked the general vibe of 4, to me it was very reminiscent to that kind of vibe.
Is this story as convoluted coming off a 7 as I expect it to be?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
how do you want the answer to that? I mean,
Is it as bad as 6?
Is it as bad as 6? No, it is not.
Okay.
Is anything?
Yeah,
real.
look, I am a 6 defender. I think there's merit to having
Get off
fun.
my channel.
But there's merit in most games. But there's merit to have fun in that really silly game. But that game is very silly, and there's very few games that are as ridiculous as that game is.
I agree. The moment that I had Chris do a
There we go.
body slide down like a children's playground slide, I was like, okay, this game's all right.
I will say 8 does make a joke about the boulder punching in 5. There's some character that's like,
Really?
there's literally a character that's like, this dude's punching boulders over here or something. There's some line about that. Anyways, so we will not be discussing Resident Evil 8 in tonight's part 1, but it is something of an inspiration, and I think it'll become clear why when the time happens. Okay, I fixed the layout. Sorry about that. That's my mistake. I forgot the little stream warning on Discord slightly adjusts all the windows, so when I closed it, everybody went like blip. So
Real quick,
it's
is this
fixed.
try hard?
No, it's
Maybe
good.
a little? Alright.
It's good.
Oh, you're talking about your
Alright.
background. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know because you're out of frame.
It looks nice.
Oh, I'm always try hard. But my background.
If one of us is try hard, it's you, Andrew.
Thank you,
Listen,
baby.
Andrew, everything you do, and you are pretty and beautiful.
All right. So, we are going to kick this thing off. So, part one and part two, but we're starting in the Duchy of Cabaria. The Duchy. This is part. It's part of a larger kingdom, of course. You know, because that's what the duchies and dukedoms, etc., are. But we're just going to be in one portion tonight, and specifically, we're going to be starting off in the capital of Lordport. As I said, this is kind of Bloodborne inspired, so we're in kind of Victorian era kind of setting. So as such, Lordport, it's a busy, bustling town. It's not quite industrial revolution, but we're getting there, right? So we've got our horse-drawn carriages. We've got our I wouldn't use the word modern fashion, but sort of your Pride and Prejudice, your Sense and Sensibility, your blank and blank novel looks. And that's the kind of world we're in. And
Is it
Victorian era,
romantic?
sorta?
Come again, Richard.
I was gonna say, God damn it, Andrew, we had one shot to not speak
One-
over each other. We both jumped in at the same time. I was just saying, so like basically Victorian era esque.
Yeah. And so specifically in this world, nothing is like official, but there are a lot of rumors basically about strange goings on. Like in sort of all over the duchy, there's sort of whispers about like, do you hear about this thing that happened over there? Like, that's really weird. And as such, the government in Lordport has put together a force to investigate one of these incidents. And the 6 of you are one such task force. And so if we move into the sort of courthouse, assembly hall, whatever you want to call it in Lordport, we see 6 folks kind of gathered, waiting to be addressed. And so I guess we can just go sort of in the left to right, top to bottom order that I just have you in here. If y'all just want to briefly say who your character is, what they are, perhaps what they're thinking or feeling at the moment. There'll be more time, there'll be more time for that. But if you want a brief introduction, now's the time. We can start at the top left with our Dragonborn.
Is that me?
It is.
Oh,
did
okay.
I not move the player banner over? Oh, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
so right here.
So I just dropped a link if you want to share for the stream, Tony.
Sure. Let's open up this Hero Forge link.
But you find Amethyst, a female dragonborn wizard of the study of psionics. She has a master of psionic-based spells. She is a scholar. She's kind of wearing like a large billowing cloak and has a number of... I should also specify, she's not a normal dragonborn. She is a gem dragonborn, coming from the gem dragons. Often have valuable large stones embedded in their skin. Diamonds, rubies, emeralds. Amethyst, as you might suspect, is amethyst and has purple jewels that kind of go all along her arms and legs, and one very large, precarious looking gem right on her head, a soft glowing purple one. On her back is a staff with a very peculiar looking stone, and otherwise kind of looks nervous. Those that know her know that she really got into adventuring to help pay for her studies. She wants to expand the mind and learn the limits of what's powerful and what can be tapped into in the greater cosmos. And that does not come cheap, as it turns out. So she has turned to a life of adventuring to help pay for the bills and those expensive reagents that spells somehow require. And that's Amethyst.
All right. So elsewhere in the room, there's an Aarakocra hanging out.
Yes, that would be Kess. Kess is a Aarakocra, a warlock. Used to be a former pirate till things kind of went really bad, and he kind of gotten tangled with like the arcane. started to learn more about the magic, especially the magic of the deep. Um, and yeah, he's basically right now just trying to, you know, he's doing these adventures, trying to find where he needs to be now because he no longer feels like he can still be a a seafaring pirate anymore. He's trying to find what his next wave is, kind of.
His next wave.
Yeah.
um,
I thought about that as I was gonna say, yeah.
So the six of you are kind of spread out, but notably, the next row are I would assume be sitting side by side. These next two individuals down here. So Sid and Richard, if you want to introduce together, I suppose, or back and forth, however you want to do it.
So I am playing Phineas Francis. He is a tall, lengthy, gangly, sickly-looking gentleman. Kind of crawling out of one of those Tim Burton stop animation films. He is a Dampier?
Dampier.
I think
Dampier.
Dampier. He's a wizard, School of Necromancy. He is kind of in search of a body that doesn't crave blood or the flesh of humanity and whatnot, and in doing so, he created his companion that's sitting next to him.
Yep. Just basically known as Francis's monster. He's probably standing like right over. Not one to sit usually. He's a man of few words, as in he doesn't know many words, and that's about it. He likes to hit really hard, and he's loyal to his master slash creator slash possibly old friend. Doesn't have much memory before he was recreated. He is put together. Oh, I have a hero forge for him thing too, if anybody wants to see. And he is pretty much made up of a orc's head and torso and the limbs of a Goliath.
He's a big
That's
boy.
buck wild.
He's a big boy.
That's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie.
He thick.
I like that the obliques are like bicolored. That's just a weird touch, I guess, because the legs are, the limbs are a different color.
Yep.
That's a dope miniature, though. I like it.
I mean, you got to attach the limbs at some point, and that's where they were attached.
True.
Or at that level.
That's true. Okay, so elsewhere in the room, there's an individual with this suave boulder hat.
Yeah, there's a tall, slender, official-looking gentleman sitting cross-legged, reading a newspaper and circling things here and there and kind of jotting notes in it, just kind of waiting for things to start. The name is Cecil B. Darkley, and he's a mysterious individual whose past may or may not come back to haunt someone.
All right, and last but certainly not least, Artem.
Sits Laneth Flash Striker Thuvali, a large Goliath that sits with scale mail and robes over top of it. He sits with both a staff in one hand, and he has a longsword and shield on his back, and tattoos that cover the entirety of his body, more so than normally a Goliath would have. He is particularly just totally adorned with the geometric designs that follow. But he sits very quietly, but also uncomfortably, because undoubtedly the seat that he's in is a little too small for him.
Okay, so those are our heroes for the evening. Heroes, I don't know whether or not I should put quotes around them. I guess we'll see. So the six of you are sitting in this room. Basically, you've all answered this call for this special mission for one reason or another. And as you're waiting, it probably feels like you're waiting like just a little too long before an individual enters the courtroom. She walks in very official, very, military stiff kind of posture, just walks in, kind of looks around at all of you for a moment, and then, all right, I suppose this is what we have to work with. Greetings all, I am Commander Odette Bannersign. You may address me as Commander from here on out. You have all answered our request to investigate Oaktown. I will explain the situation henceforth. Over the past month, citizens of Oaktown have been disappearing at the rate of 1 to 3 people per evening. At this point, we don't know if anyone is left in the town, alive or dead. We just know that they are not present. It is up to you all to go and figure out what has happened and report back. Discretion is of the utmost importance here. This mission is classified. Therefore, if information gets out to people who we don't want it getting to, you will be questioned. On the topic of questions, if you have any, now is the time to ask them of me. If not, we will send you off properly equipped for this mission. Are there any questions at this time? Yes, the Dragonborn.
Yes, so you specified that this mission is classified. However, if we're to find these people, we will no doubt need to be asking questions. How would you like us to rectify these two seemingly contrarian points?
That is a fair question. I suppose the best answer is conclude your investigation, come back, and we will go from there. The most important thing is that Lord Whom does not want the people to panic. That includes citizens here in Lordport. That includes any you address there.
Should those that find out about our mission be silenced?
You're still slightly healing me, by the way, Artem. That's up to you.
I think that's the point.
Although I like that as a voice for a Goliath. That's my voice up here. If the mission calls for it, if they are aggressive or in some way endangering you, then you may absolutely act in self-defense. However, discretion in terms of letting the word out is just as important as discretion in terms of your actions. You are being entrusted with this mission, and use your judgments as appropriate. The only thing we ask is that you report back and that you do not spread the word unnecessarily or spread any false rumors. There are already too many of them throughout the duchy, and as I said before, Lord Whom does not want people to panic.
What do you mean by false rumors? Like, why would we? What would be the basis of us starting those? What are you talking about here?
As I'm sure you are all aware, there are many other rumors going around, especially here in the capital. These are unfounded, and furthermore, if there were any truth to them, we would not comment on them as they would also be classified. So, whatever you do there, we ask that you, again, use your discretion and keep what happens there to your discretion. Are there any further questions? Yes.
I'm not familiar with the rate. Has the rate come to be cemented yet?
It has not, but my understanding was that you all have already signed up for this regardless. However, we will be offering 100 gold each at the completion of the mission, if that is satisfactory.
Cecil just kind of like nods and flips the paper back open.
Excellent. And in addition to this, and she's going to motion over to a table. In addition to this, we will all each provide you with a method of healing as well. And she's going to go over to the table, open it up, and kind of withdraw 6 potions of greater healing. So everybody's going to get one of those. Potions of greater healing, in case you need a reminder, are 44 plus 4. So everybody gets one. So she will spread those out. Additionally, we will be providing horses so that you may travel to Oaktown in a more efficient manner. Are there any further questions? If not, you are free to move out when you are ready. All
I
right.
believe that's everything.
Very well. Please report back when you have completed your mission. And best of luck to all of you. The horses can be found at the stables on the west side of town. And then she will leave. And you're all left, for the moment, alone in the room.
I don't know about her, but I got these wings, so I don't. Like horses is fine, but like I have these really good wings. I could have flown there.
Lucky for you.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
But-
you could provide us some scouting along the way, alert us of any danger.
Yeah, I could, or we could, use the actual travel method that we have was provided by us quite nicely, actually. So
The horses would help us keep a lower profile.
right, like if we're not supposed to be discretion, I think a Aarakocra flying around the city wouldn't be too great.
True, we are quite the party for a low discretion.
Yes.
Cut the wide shot.
of two giants.
Cecil kind of folds up his newspaper and sticks it in his jacket, adjusts his hat and kind of taps his cane on the ground a couple times and says, "Well, I suppose if we are all prepared, we should move forward."
The monster is going to nudge at is it Phyllis or
I think
Phineas?
it's Phineas.
Yeah, Phineas.
Yeah.
Gonna nudge at Phineas and be like, "Ma, big horse." Ma.
I believe it would have to be, my friend. Otherwise, you will be walking. We will find accommodations. Can I get up and hope to God that there's a fucking horse big enough for my
Yeah.
big friend?
All right, so yeah, you're all gonna head to the stables, which are on the, they said about on the west side of town. I got this fun little blood drop for your party marker here.
Nice.
So when you arrive, you go to the stables, and thankfully, yes, there are at least two, essentially Clydesdales that can that could hold the Goliath and the. Are you just a Goliath, Richard? I don't know what the term properly would be.
I am a reborn orc / Goliath.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
He's
So
my
I guess you could
friend,
call me a
and
half.
that's all you need to
Technically,
know.
I'm a half orc right now.
Do they have
Yeah.
two Clydesdales that Richard's character could wear as like skates, like roller skates?
The stable hand is like, I don't know if I could give you that, sir. I'm told just one horse per person.
Adequate.
So you all get, if everyone desires a horse, I don't know if Kess is going to take one, but there are adequate horses for everybody, size appropriate if need be.
I think Kess absolutely gets one, if only just to like for his like fear of like the anxiety of everybody else having a horse and then him not having one.
Oh my
So
God, are
it-
you me?
It's literally he's just like, and he looks awkward riding the horse too, because it's just like trying to show like, oh, I could do this, like this is a normal thing that people who walk on land could do, and of course I could do this, and he just looks awkward.
Never picked up like the bouncing up and down thing.
Right, it's just like oh yeah, I of course it's like a sea, it's like a land boat, it's fine, like I got this.
So it's gonna be, because you're on the horses, it's going to be roughly half a day's journey to get to Oaktown. It's about 25 miles out. So you all have that time. If there's like, as you're all around each other now for the first time on your mission, if there's anything you wanted to discuss amongst yourselves about when you get there, or if you're just curious about somebody in the party, now's the time to talk about it, because you got about half a day's ride till you get to Oaktown.
Oaktown, you said?
Oaktown is where you're headed, yes.
I would like to do a history roll to see what I know about Oaktown. Like, what's its claim to fame if it has one.
Sure.
Oh, wrong one, but same roll either
mod.
way.
Okay. So with a 14, you know that it's not really anything special. Like it's not even, it's basically a farming town. It's on the edge of these woods. It's it doesn't necessarily even have it doesn't have like a trading post or a general store or a tavern. It is just a small village of like a dozen or so families. Yeah, that is what you know about it. It does not have a claim to fame. If that's what you were wondering.
What kind of roll could I do to see if I had known anything about like the rumors?
I was
was
hoping somebody would do that. I would
Yeah.
say that's also a history roll.
Okay. Cool.
Could I roll an investigation on that using the newspaper I have as some reference?
Sure. Why not?
So yeah, my history is 11 on history roll.
Your score is an 11, Trev?
Yeah, my
Okay.
roll's an 11. My bad. Yeah.
Let's see. With your 9, Cecil, you're not gonna get much. It seems like the papers are like. It seems like maybe somebody didn't want. Like you're trying to read stories, but they seem. It's like that weird. Like they're clearly trying to write something, but got censored kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's nothing really out there. Kess has heard of. I'll give you like one of the other rumors, for example, about like the strange goings on. Because there are ones at, as the commander said, kind of false ones being talked about around the duchy. So one of them, for example, is up here. You've got these two neighboring towns, the Giant's left foot and the Giant's right foot, and apparently some people, when they have like gone to bed for the evening, they've gone to bed in their town and for some reason woken up in the other one, like as if somehow they were just like spirited away to the other town in the night. So there's definitely weird like displacement things happening. So that is a rumor Kess would be aware of. Anything else people want to inquire about?
Heading into Oaktown. I guess not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, so as I said, it's going to take about half a day's journey. So when you reach Oaktown, ignore this water that's up here because that would not be present. But...
How can I?
But you reach Oaktown, and it's getting to be kind of like early evening as you roll up, and you roll up, and there's kind of like a little. It would kind of be off screen, like over here. There's like a little to get into town. There's like a little stream, and then you cross just kind of a little bridge to get into town. And so you approach the town, and as I said, it's about early evening as you roll up.
Is there anything weird about the town? Like in early evening, do we notice that there's like a quiet or anything, or
roll me
the normal bustle?
Roll me a perception. Everyone can go ahead and roll me a perception. Thank you for adding more forests, Sid. I'm assuming that was you. All right, let's see here. We got
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Okay, so for those of you who rolled for those of you who got like kind of single digit rolls, you are hearing the sounds of like livestock, like some pigs squeal, some chickens. You hear the running of that little brook, like I said. But for those of you, Cecil and the monster would notice some of this too. You're not hearing the sounds of townspeople. You're not hearing human voices. You're not hearing people going about their business. Like the monster is gonna like not hear the sound of voices, and Cecil specifically, with that slightly higher roll, you, I guess, the way I would put this is like the monster doesn't hear anyone kind of in the area around you, but with your perception roll, you're like, oh, I don't hear anyone like as far as I can see in town. Like I don't hear anyone here, period, and that's weird. I will move y'all over to get a good look at the town. The right side of the page is like the insides of the buildings. So if you decide to go in there, I'll uncover it, but covered for now until you enter them. But yeah, as you all arrive in town, like I said, that's what you don't see and don't hear. You do not see people. You do not hear people. You just kind of hear livestock and the sounds of nature, and that is it.
So there are no people?
Not that you see or hear.
Is this a phenomenon that I've seen before?
I would not say so. I will give you I will also give you with your higher perception roll, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Within your line of sight, you do notice a few of the windows on these houses are broken, and a few of the doors are not fully shut, like they're kind of left half open.
Cecil kind of shifts a little bit and then cracks his neck and gets a tight grip on his cane and kind of crosses the bridge here to examine one of the buildings. Would this one
let me make sure everyone has control of their token too.
Have like a
that.
busted window or anything?
That one would have one, yes.
Excellent.
Give me one moment. Let me update everyone
Sure.
so everyone can do this stuff with their tokens. Why don't I see?
Right.
Oh, there you go. Okay, good. Oh, amethyst, and then. Okay, everyone should have control of their tokens now. Let me know if you do not. Okay, so I'm sorry, Andrew, repeat what you asked me a moment ago.
I'd just like to investigate if this is one of the homes with a busted window or door.
Yes, it is.
Excellent. I will kind of cautiously and inconspicuously kind of creep and check the window and check inside, see what I see.
Sure. I will uncover that for you. So if you look in the over here on the right, you look inside and you certainly don't see any people. If you would like to give me, this is I guess this would be a perception roll because you're generally observing, you're not looking for anything in particular.
Sure, that works for me. If I can find my
and you're looking, the
skills.
window's kind of right here on the left side. That's where you'd be looking in.
Gotcha. Okay, there's my perception.
Okay. So yeah, with that 13, there's broken glass. You would notice this rug here. There's no like blood on it, but you notice it's like wrinkled and like kind of like shifted in such a way that it seems like some sort of struggle or something happened there. Like this table is probably a little askew. So
no one's come back to adjust it.
Right, yeah. So some sort of struggle happened right here, although seemingly not a bloody one. But that is what you're seeing from your window.
Are we supposed to be seeing underneath that right now?
This up here?
Oh, it's if you scroll over to the right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kind of wave everyone over and kind of walk over to meet them.
Is the quaint town supposed to be this quiet?
I don't think so. There seems that something happened in this house, and there's no one there, but there's a disturbance. Who would like to search the premises with me? No takers. Excellent.
You're muted, Brian.
I have a nifty trick for finding very quiet things that I think might come in handy right now.
Fantastic.
Quiet your steps, but it's a lot harder to quiet your mind. And Amethyst is going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. What is
So as a
the
part,
range on that?
it's 30 feet.
Okay.
And I can focus on one person, or as I will be using it to detect the presence of thinking creatures that I cannot see.
Cool. Can you go ahead and give yourself an aura for that, just so I see it? And
Yep.
I will tell you from where you're standing. I mean, you'll probably like maybe ping a fish that's going by in the river. But that is all you're gonna get from where you at present.
Cricket? Cricket? There's a cricket? Eat. Eat.
So yeah, that's 30 feet.
Great, thanks. So yeah, from where you
So,
are, you're not presently pinging anything.
Holy shit, that fish has an intelligence of higher than 3.
Yeah, the smartest
It's a
fish,
demigod.
the smartest fish in the world swam by.
So where are you planning on going, Mr. Badly, Darkly? Malbad?
The name is Cecil B. Darkley. I believe the first order of business should be to enter the house and establish any happenings.
Then we'll step inside.
You're going inside of the
Laneth-
house? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I will
Laneth-
just bounce your tokens over into that. Boom.
Laneth is gonna stand guard outside with his sword and shield just in case.
Okay.
I think Kess is going to look inside this house that's to the west, like right here.
Okay.
I think I'll gesture for me and my bestie to follow that. By the way, just follow after and make sure he's good.
I believe the first order of business is to split the party.
Absolutely, yes.
Always.
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 That's his
Always.
big.
All right, let's uncover the house. That house. So you're just looking in through the window, Trav?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception.
Okay. Here we go. Well,
Yeah. What'd you get?
3.
3.
3.
Okay. The curtains are mostly drawn on this one, so you're like, oh, looks like a house in there.
Yeah, I just look back like, oh, this is a house, and I know that because I've lived in houses.
Astute.
I am very wise beyond my ages. Yes.
Is there anything inside the house?
Okay, Val.
I mean, it looks
So
like
good.
a house. It looks like a house.
Hmm.
There's a table. A bed. That's what. Yes, a bed. A thing that I've slept on. Absolutely.
I will say from your perspective, Trav, you're probably this south window here.
Oh, so I don't even
so-
see the bed.
Yeah,
yeah.
you don't even see that. You see like
Yeah.
yeah. You see that much.
I think Cass believes that the other table is a bed. Again, that's his yeah. There's another bed in there.
Great.
Yes.
Sounds like a house to me. And just keep walking down the street.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's pop inside the house that Amethyst and Cecil are in.
I'd like to start investigating. Start, turning things over and looking for clues
Okay.
to.
Give me that investigation roll.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Oh man, that's really good. What is? Wow, that's great. Okay. So Cecil, you are going to find more signs of struggle. So like in the bedroom here, you're gonna see it. It kind of looks like somebody was almost just dragged right out of the bed. And let me see. With a 26 is good. What do I want to? Trying to decide how I want to give you this. Yeah, no, you
I
know what?
find the missing people. Let's call it a day, guys.
No,
We got what we came
honestly,
for.
with a 26, I'm just gonna give it to you because that's a good roll, and there's no reason to be stingy. If you were to go into like the kitchen up here, as you're investigating, you're actually gonna find a secret compartment. Not even, I wouldn't even call it a secret compartment. Just like it's a little like off the. It's kind of maybe tucked in the way the back of the cabinet. Amethyst, you find in the back of that cabinet a potion.
Potion of what?
You can take a look.
I take a look.
With I mean, whatever roll would be appropriate for that. Whatever Amethyst would roll for it.
Magic.
Yeah. Okay. It's a potion of climbing.
Does this look like it was brewed here or purchased here? Maybe.
It. Yeah. So I'll say with that investigation and with that 22, yeah, it kind of seems like maybe this side of the kitchen, whoever lived here, made potions of climbing.
She'll walk back into the foyer and it's like, well, I found some of the locals' handiwork. It looks a lot like a bottle of hand sanitizer, but
Interesting.
no person.
No person,
anyone.
no people, but signs of a struggle. No blood either. That's strange, but no one straightened out the carpet.
No scales, no
Unusual.
hair, no signs of any creature whatsoever.
Cecil is going to kind of step over the bed where you said there was some weirdness. He's going to dig through his stuff and pull out a vial of holy water and drop a couple drops onto it and see if anything happens there.
Sorry, what are you dropping it onto?
Onto the bed area.
You know what? Sorry. What is holy water? It specifically does extra damage to, or does it just do standard damage, or does it have a special?
It does 2d6 radiant damage, if like used like a Molotov.
Okay, I didn't know if there was a certain creature type it does extra damage to. I couldn't remember.
I mean, I imagine undead. Let's see.
Yeah. Because I think
if the target is fiend or undead, it takes 2d6 radiant.
Okay. So, I will say when you pour it, there is a little bit of a more of a sizzle than you'd expect. Perhaps there are traces of fiend or undead.
The corners of his mouth kind of dip a little bit, and his eyes narrow, and he recorks the holy water and pockets it. Well, something vile is here, or was here. I'm going to...
Yes, there are many vials here. We're a potion maker.
Sid, was that knock knock you telling another joke, or were you knocking on this house?
Yes, to both.
Okay. There is no answer from within the house. However, when you knock, like, this door is like, it wasn't even like fully shut. So when you knock, it just like eases it open a little bit.
Oh, I didn't expect to get this far. I peek inside.
Okay. So you're kind of right here, where this is where the door would be. You peek inside. You can roll me a perception if you so wish, or just head inside. That's up to you.
Perception first, because I don't want to die.
Probably gonna die anyway. That's fine though.
Okay, so you're not gonna get a whole lot with an 8, although you do still pretty easily spot here on the table is a bundle of 10 arrows, seemingly like very hastily left behind, or like they don't seem to be like set there in any organized way. Like they were this is like a pile that was quickly left here.
For now, I'll leave them alone. I'll turn to my monster and gesture for him to like either come inside or stand guard, whichever. And I'll look about the house a little more.
Okay. Oh, you're popping inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll insist on
drop
going
you in
in
there.
first. He'll
Well,
be like, "Arr."
the thought was like, if it doesn't open, I'm gonna ask my friend to very nicely open the door for me, but it did open.
He has no idea what to do when he gets in there. He's just there in case something lunges out and attacks.
Fair.
Okay. Cass, it looks like you're investigating another house.
Yeah, I think Kess is, because I don't know if Kess looks in. I think Kess kind of just gets like his like just like his little staff, kind of just pokes the door open a little bit. so
Yeah,
you can't just,
it
like,
does
peek
open
in.
up.
Okay, I want to definitely peek in, try another perception check, and hope the dice is on my side this time.
Okay.
Hey, 16! Look at that.
Okay, cool. So Kess peeks in, and you notice there's like a back kind of cellar door, like it leads out to where this like root garden is in the back, and those doors are just like totally open, just completely open, like as if somebody quickly threw them open and like tried to get out that way.
Can I use detect magic
Yeah, of course.
to see if I notice anything? Yeah, so I wanna cast detect magic with the type of warlock I am. It's I have like the divine sense. Wait, hold on as I pull things up. So yeah, detect magic. So yeah, I sense a presence of magic within 30 feet of you. So yeah, I just want to see if I notice any magic or anything within 30 feet.
Okay. If you want to give your token that aura, if you're just gonna have that up for a bit,
Sure.
please do so. I will say
I don't know how to do that.
so if you click your token,
Oh, yep,
and
I
then
see it.
yeah, you got it. Okay.
Okay.
And from where you're standing, you are not going to detect anything.
Okay.
Ryan, that's creepier than when Braun was climbing. That's so much worse.
The larger it gets, the more scary it becomes.
Wait. Yeah, 30-foot radius. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, from where you are standing, Trav, you are not going to ping anything.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, outside of like maybe anything like Phineas or the monster we're carrying on their person, because you're getting a little bit of that house, but that's it.
That's about it. Okay.
Yeah. Artem, is Laneth going to? Is he still kind of standing guard for the most part, or what's his move?
I think upon seeing like other people breaking off a little bit and seeing how quiet it is, he'll probably move around and like look towards the town square and just see if like anything seems weird in the square.
Sure. Give me a perception roll.
Oh, good. I'm good at those with a +0.
So with a 10, I mean, it's honestly still not hard to see, and they're even here on the map, which just kind of worked out nicely. There are a ton of like footprints in the dirt. Like, there's obviously a lot of foot traffic that goes through this area. It is the town square. You know, the well is here. So as such, there's plenty of footprints specifically around the well from where people get their water. Yeah, I guess that's with a 10. That's what you're gonna get. Like, it is. You are noticing all those footprints. With a 10, nothing's going to necessarily seem out of the ordinary, but there are certainly an awful lot of them, as it is the town square.
Okay. I think he's just going to stand on guard then, because he's not really the investigative type.
Okay.
So he's got his weapons ready. Other than that, yeah.
Okay. Amethyst and I'm sorry, Trav, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think Kess looks over to Lannis. It's like, hey, there's a lot of like traffic in here, but I don't want to go in here by myself. Do you want to look inside?
Are you afraid?
I was a pirate. You heard that. I'm not afraid. However, I've always learned that it's better to have numbers.
That is logical. and he'll go over and help Kess with looking through the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll jump you two in there. Meanwhile, Amethyst and Cecil, you're not going to find anything further in that house. So what would you like to do, or where would you like to go next?
Cecil?
And if it's easier to just point to a house and have me drop you into it, that's fine too.
Real quick, Cecil does kind of like shove the bed away and then rummages through his backpack again and pulls out a crowbar and just starts prying up some floorboards.
You do not find a secret hidden thing. You just tear up the house a little bit more.
He kind of exhales in a frustrated manner and tucks it back in his backpack, slings it over his shoulders, and kind of nods at Amethyst and heads back towards the door.
Okay.
I
So,
believe there's nothing left for us here.
right. So Detect Thoughts does have a time limit on it. It is not a great amount of time, but it does have a pretty wide range for
Right.
a town of this size.
Mhm.
Could I just have Amethyst go from like door to door and
Yeah.
just scan for thoughts in like the lower half of the village, I guess?
You absolutely can.
Yeah.
Cecil takes notes while he's doing that.
And I will say, so as you're doing so, you're gonna detect that Phineas and the monster are in this house. You're gonna detect that Laneth and Kess are in this house. And as you go through, I guess we'll say the midpoint is like the well.
Yeah.
You do not ping anyone or anything with those thoughts within that time.
Anyone's here, 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 here. Where it was like, did I need to get closer to here? Down here?
No, I'll say that you were able to tap that one too. Like if you're just trying to do like a scan, essentially, you are not going to detect anyone in any of those houses other than your own party.
Interesting. All right.
Sorry.
That's probably all I got for Detect Thoughts. It doesn't last forever.
Okay. Phineas and Monster, are you just kind of combing through the house? Are you looking for anything in particular? Like I said, you've got these kind of like strewn arrows on the table, but that's all you're seeing at first.
Before picking it up, I think we should probably kind of do a nice comb through, check the bed, check the dresser, the desk, whatever like surfaces, storage spots.
Mhm.
And then if there's nothing, that's probably when Phineas would pay more attention to those arrows, because as it stands right now, they're just arrows on a table.
Sure. Yeah, give me a quick perception or investigation, I guess, is more appropriate if you're going through things.
My friend, if you'd like to flip over the bed so I can look underneath, that would be very helpful.
Oh, nice. The monster. Okay. Wow, nice guys.
All right, rip that bed
So
open.
you don't find anything under the bed specifically. However, as you're looking, the monster will notice and point to there's like a weird kind of indent like in the windowsill. And if Phineas were to take a look at it, he would realize like, oh, this is like you could like kind of perfectly like plant like a bow here to like use the window as like a makeshift murder hole. Like this is clearly like a spot to like rest your bow and fire arrows from out of this window.
That's all gonna go over his head.
But you see the notch at least.
Nothing goes over
Like,
your head.
Phineas
Too
will
tall.
definitely like take the time and explain those things to you. Like it's mostly thinking out loud, but it's also like, no, look, my friend, like look at the way that this is like etched in there ever so slightly. You can absolutely fit one of those arrows in. Take a look here, like pretty in depth.
Uh-uh.
But I mean, if that's it, I might leave.
Yeah, that is what you
There's
find.
nothing there.
That's what you find. You, oops, I brought arrows with you. You've all been good at picking the houses that don't have fun things in them so far. Laneth and Kess, are you doing the same thing? Just checking out what's in here. Like I said, you do see the cellar doors at the back are kind of thrown
Right.
open.
Yeah, no, I definitely do a full-on investigation.
Yeah,
And
give me a roll for that.
Okay. That's a 18. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Also, did you? Did you go into that first house that you looked in the window, or did you just look through the
Nope.
window? Okay.
Nope, just look through it.
Okay,
Did
okay.
not go in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Artem, if you want to roll for
Oh,
the Goliaths as
it's
well,
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, it says 18. I don't know why.
18's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cass, as you're looking around, you see there's like open drawers, and there's maybe like a loose sock like in one part of the floor. Like you from what you were observing, it seems like somebody tried to quickly gather things and get out through the back door specifically, or the cellar door rather. Someone tried to get out of here with a few things.
Right. I also found out why I was like, why isn't my robe being out? It's like, oh, because I have it set to self. That's smart. What a smart thing to do for me.
Oh, there you go.
But,
I thought you were just rolling physically, and that's why I didn't see any of them.
Yeah, no, that was on me. All right.
All good.
But yeah. Okay.
So that is what the two of you find in there.
All right. I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna look over and be like, hey, should we go and look in the back and see if there's something there?
Do you think they are hiding in the garden?
I mean, there could be. It just looks like something happened and then people are gone, so they might be in the garden.
Can Laneth roll an insight to check the competency of Kess?
I mean, sure, I'm going to leave that up to Trav as far as like what it will get you, but
Sure, yeah. Go ahead. Oh,
I know everything
How
about you.
green is Kess at this?
Kess is, his thing isn't wisdom or intelligence. Like, he's not the smartest guy. He's not the wisest guy. But there's like a gumption about him. Like, it's like he's like, he feels like he could like get you to believe stuff, but he's not. Like, it's kind of like a bullshit. Like, it's almost like he's like BSing to a degree.
He's that guy that tells young teenagers who don't know any better that they need to change their blinker fluid, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Yeah,
That's
that
awesome.
sounds right."
It is not. It's like I said. It's not like from this is a logical, or this is like something they studied. It's like just that raw charisma of like, you know what, that bird, that's a smart bird. Maybe like that. That is that kind of energy.
I think for the first time, Laneth just looks at him and he's like, I think perhaps maybe we should meet with the rest of the group. Obviously, the villagers have fled to somewhere.
That's a great move. You know what? I will absolutely. I believe it. I will follow your lead.
He's just gonna walk back out.
All right. So I'll move. Everyone's basically outside at this point. You go, Andrew.
I think while everyone's kind of reconvening, I'd like to peek at some of the crops,
Sure.
some of the gardens, see if there's anything there. What does that tell me?
Which one specifically would you like to look at?
I imagine I would have, out of the corner of my eye, seen this one while I was snooping that house.
Mhm.
While we were snooping this house, I could have peeked at the garden there.
Okay. So give me a perception. Give me a perception for those. We'll just make it easy. Whoa,
that's a
okay,
crit.
perfect. All right, so on the left here, it's a bunch of normal carrots. On the right here, the house actually that Laneth and Kess just left, you would have noticed in the garden, similar to the house you were in before, there are like signs of a struggle. There's like, you would have seen some footprints out from those cellar doors, and then sort of like an impact in the dirt, like if something got shoved down and then like dragged. So you would have seen that. So yeah, at this point, everyone's basically back outside, and you've searched maybe about half of the houses or so. Like I said, you've successfully managed to hit most of the houses that didn't have anything exciting in them.
It seems as if the village is abandoned.
Yes, it would seem so. There were struggles, though. One in the garden and one in that house. While I'm saying this, I'm kind of like just turning the well thing to pull a bucket of water up to examine that.
Okay. It's not. I mean, it's if you were to look down, you'd see this is like standard well depth. It's you're not like looking down into like a secret passage or anything. It's just a well, and yeah, you can bring a bucket of water up, sure.
Just to clarify, none of the crops are like dying in the ground or anything.
They
so-
seemed very normal.
So whatever happened wasn't long enough ago where the garden is unkempt and okay.
Correct.
How's the water looking?
Like water. It does not seem to be. You don't see like any strange things floating in it. There's no discoloration. It seems like fairly, as clean as it would be well water.
I will take a sip.
It is cool and refreshing.
Would
And
anyone
Roman
like
Conce
some water?
plays. I'm just kidding. It is cool and refreshing.
Would anyone like some water? It is cool and refreshing. No, more for me.
No, thank you.
I've had enough water for a lifetime.
Just in the interest of any time, by the way, if anybody would like to just like do a quick roll for a particular house that you want to have said you went through, we can do that too. You don't have to physically go through every one. Just for the sake
I do
of
want to do
time.
an investigation. I want to do an investigation on that first house I looked in.
Sure.
It didn't do anything, so. 27, 20, yeah, 20, baby.
So you would have, if you would have entered, you'd have seen. Can y'all see this like note that's here on the map there?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you would have found that note, and you would have found this note if you want to read that real quick for the stream, Trav, since you found it.
Okay. Gathering delicious bird eggs has been so much easier with Colin's potions. I hope he lets me keep using them till we've gathered enough for the winter. If he starts getting stingy, then maybe I'll sneak next door and take one from his kitchen myself. I think Kess reads this note horribly upset about this note, but does relate the note.
Next door being the house where
Right,
Ryan,
where
you
the-
did find that potion of climbing.
Right.
I,
Now, do we-
I believe this is the potion in question that he was speaking of, your
yeah,
author of the note.
yeah.
So you stole it.
Wait, are you trying to get? Are you trying to get bird eggs?
No, I'm trying to find where the people are.
I want to be where the people are.
Look, I don't know how to respond to that. Kess just walks off. Kess is just like, okay, and then just walks off.
All right. So yeah, does anybody want to do like I want to quickly check this other house kind of move or what?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what house it is, but I want to check this house
I'm sorry.
That's
Ping
what I
that
heard.
again.
to the far right. I don't know what it belongs to.
Okay, that's
but I wanna
that's
check
actually
that.
this one down here. Sorry, these gray squares I did not arrange to match the map. I just tried to arrange it conveniently for me, so I would know like A to A, B to B, where to send you all. So that one, are you gonna try the window or the door?
The wall.
I'm gonna go for the door.
Okay.
And this time I'm probably not gonna knock so much as it's
Yeah,
is this gonna open.
It'll open up for you, and immediately in front of you on the ground, is a bloody dagger.
How old?
You can check it out to find out.
Investigate.
Do you have anything special for that, being a necromancer and it being blood?
No, actually, like the necromancy stuff is mainly just like you can deal some extra damage and maybe raise some dead and stuff.
You get all anxious around the blood.
I might,
Anything
because maybe I want to have that, but I don't need it right now. I don't even get
noticeable?
anything for damp fear either. That's a bummer. Watch me get in that one. Oh, hey, an 11.
It's not fresh, but it is not super old either. Like you would estimate, with an 11, you couldn't pinpoint it, but it's no more than a week old.
So it's dry though.
Yeah.
Like it's not like partially coagulated. It's been there.
Yeah. You would estimate about a week with your 11. No more narrow than that.
Lovely.
Any other things people want to? Any other specific houses people want to ping?
I want to ping. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can go.
I was gonna say I was gonna ping the house that's like right directly
This one right here.
north. Yep.
Okay. I'll open that one up. Give me an investigation for that.
Okay. A 12.
Honestly, nothing out of the ordinary with this one. You go inside, no signs of struggle, no strange objects, no like busted open. Like the door was unlocked, but nothing out of the ordinary actually for this house that you find.
Okay.
Very normal. Okay, Ryan, you're going into this one, and actually, this one is interesting because so you've got kind of this main house that you hear chickens out back, and then there's kind of this farmhouse that has its own entrance that you'd have to like go through the garden to get to.
Yeah, let's start in the main house first.
Okay. Yeah.
Looking
So
for an
you go into
investigation.
Yep. Which that is house. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So that's this one down here.
Okay.
Yeah. Do an investigation for me.
Not my best. 16.
Nothing out of the ordinary for this one. Although I would say with a 16, you do notice, compared to the other houses you've been in, there's an abnormal amount of salt in the kitchen here. Like whoever lives here is doing a larger than normal amount of like curing, perhaps.
Maybe this is the butcher's home, especially with the kitchens given outside.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check out the back.
Yep, the other house. Cool.
Yeah.
As we exit, I definitely want to grab like a fistful of salt and put that away.
Mhm.
If only it was a fistful of dollars.
So you we just use the 16 for the other one.
I could try rolling again.
No, we can just use it for this. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. You are going to actually find a potion of healing in this house, in the bedroom. So you can.
What were they doing with this in their bedroom?
So you find that, and funny enough, also in the bedroom, there's a lot of like discarded bones. So like so basically they were also just eating a whole lot of meat in that bedroom for some reason.
Well, I would never judge. It's not true. I'm slightly judging. Whatever the hell is going on here? Yes. Bones, you say? I feel like this is a question for
on a plate, right? Like if you're eating ribs and you leave the bone behind.
clearly human. We need to investigate. Okay, so this person's is the
got a weird, freaky like sex house behind their garden.
Could we investigate what kind of
if
bones?
we're eating in bed, are they? Would I estimate they are large people?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I would say yeah, like maybe from the depressions in the bed, they may be like larger people.
I wonder if this was maybe more wealthy. The town itself seems rather poor, but if this person's eating in their quarters, they're either quite wealthy or quite depressed.
Can anyone indicate the origin of the bones? Is this what kind of animal it came from?
If you would like to check that, Cecil,
I
or
can try.
or,
I have
yes,
+5 on
try.
that for
Excellent.
medicine.
Oh, would that be a medicine check?
I would say that's medicine or nature, or investigation. Really, any of those three.
I got a +5 or +6.
I mean, if there's an investigation, of a +7 on investigation.
Oh, well, there you go. Go for that.
All right.
Yeah, roll the one you want to roll. Based on the fact that you walk through, a couple chickens and stuff to get there, they're chicken bones.
As long as they're not human bones.
Yeah.
That
All right.
was what I was considering.
So just a few houses remaining. Where are we? What are we checking out?
Can we just roll for all of them?
Yeah, sure.
Is there like a town crier bell? Because I think Laneth had just hit that at this point.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, there would be.
Like, anyone home?
All right. Or we can just say, if we want to just say like, well, let me see if anyone else wants to give me an investigation for
I'll
houses.
keep investigating.
Otherwise, we can just say we can take a 10 or a 20 for the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. So we'll just in the interest of time, we'll do that. So who's closest? Kess, you're closest to this house here. So you're actually gonna find another note inside of this house.
Okay.
Kess, I'll give you to that. To if you would like to read that, go for it.
Sure. This one says, Mr. Koken?
Keoken, Kaoken, whatever.
Kaoken. Okay. Mr. Kaoken says he will always keep us safe from his sister, and I think that's wonderful. He's a big blue guy with a big red heart. I relate that to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who this Kyoken character is, but he has a sister that's kind of trouble, right?
He's blue as well. Can we roll anything to see what kind of a creature that would be?
Absolutely, yeah.
I was thinking trait, but you said there was no water.
History or nature, I guess.
History or nature. All right. A 20, not nat, dirty 20.
Well, I mean, Laneth, as a Goliath yourself, you recognize that as a Goliath name. Sounds like a Goliath name to you. This one, perhaps with more of a blue-gray kind of skin.
It seems that there's another Goliath here, perhaps. Though what is wrong with his sister, I am unsure.
Right.
So as for the rest of the houses, this one that's kind of up by the water here, you'd find fishing gear inside of. This one down here, which is this one over here, just to the south of the water, we're gonna find actually another note inside of. Whoever would like to read this, you certainly may. So this is the note you would find inside that house.
I'm getting worried now, Mother. Most of the town has disappeared. I will be leaving at the start of next week once my affairs are in order. I'll see you in Pisces soon. Interesting.
Andrew, why did you not want to be like Igor or Igor? Excuse me? Why did you not join and make a trio of us? Sir?
Who's to say we won't become a trio? My voice has kind of evolved this way, but I'm kind of leaning into it now.
Richard, I need you to just bludgeon the crap out of Cecil. Just one really good whack.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I think we'll be
nice little.
I need you to not bludgeon me a little.
Just a little.
It's character development, Andrew.
I'll develop your character.
Listen, I know that you're going to refuse the call, but you're going to cross this threshold, damn it.
Oh, I love this. I love the Dodo meme. That's one of my favorite things. It's so good.
That's so sad.
All right. Let's see. So this house here, which is it's got these pigs out back. You would actually find some bacon jerky inside of. There are 3 portions, and if you much like a potion, take an action to chew it, it would restore 2d4 health, and there are 3 portions, so you can distribute that jerky amongst yourselves as you wish, but you find that. And saving it for last, of course, the house furthest north, which is the last one you would arrive at anyway, as you approach, you notice this one has its windows all boarded up, and the door is actually shut.
Interesting. Believe perhaps maybe we have found some people who have stuck around.
Well, let's not get too excited yet. And Amethyst is going to cast Detect Thoughts once again.
Okay. You ping. It's what? It's gotta have an intelligence of 3.
At least 3.
Okay. You ping 3 individuals inside of this house.
There are at least 3 people inside. They may have a
Oh.
goldfish, but I'm not entirely sure.
Shall we knock?
Yes, be careful though. You're
Okay.
a rather unkempt bunch.
Okay.
Please have the monster be the one to knock.
I'll adjust my tie and straighten my hat and walk up to the door and use my cane to rap on the door. Excuse me, is anyone home? We wish to speak to somebody. Is anyone there?
For the moment, there is no response. And with Detect Thoughts, are you going to focus on one, Ryan, or are you just...
I need to see him to focus on him, I believe.
Okay. But you can, like, pinpoint him a little bit, right? With Detect
Yeah,
Thoughts?
somewhat.
Okay, yeah. So there's no answer when Cecil knocks, but you would notice at least one of them kind of gets closer to the door and then just backs up by a few steps.
After a few moments of silence, I'll speak back up. I assure you we mean no harm to anyone. We're simply here on a fact-finding mission.
You just hear from inside, like, muffled through the door. How do I know that you're not with those things? It's dangerous, especially this time of night.
Well, I'm not familiar with what things you speak of, but I assure you if they scare you so, I assure you we are not with them.
It was like early evening when you arrived, Ryan, so by the time you're done your investigation, the sun's probably starting to set.
Looking around, Cecil, noticing the sun going down and things getting darker, he kind of squints his eyes a little bit and reaches into his jacket and pulls out some blackened linen sunglasses and puts them on, and much better. I assure you we mean you no harm. If you let us in, I'm sure we can figure this out quickly, or you can talk to us out here if you prefer.
How do I know I can trust you? I have family to worry about.
Well, I suppose you don't know, but we are who are here, and if the things out here are to be worried about then I'd prefer to know what it is we need to worry about.
And one of the windows, like one of the boards nailed to it, will kind of like come loose a little bit, and you will see a face peek out.
Oh, hello.
And it's a mustachioed gentleman.
Hmm.
Just kind of looks out. And he's like, the things, well, I guess what used to be my neighbors and fellow villagers, they'll be back any moment.
Is that a good? That's a bad thing. Okay.
It's a very bad thing.
Well, how do you propose we deal with this situation?
Well, when they show up, they don't normally stick around for long. They just do a bit of ransacking to see who's left, and well, it's just me and my family, and I don't intend to let them take us too.
Perhaps we make a diversion and allow them to come for us? I'm sorry, I did not mean to volunteer you all for bodily harm and welcoming it. I have a plan, perhaps.
Okay, so Ryan, you're gonna focus on The guy, now that you can see him.
Muted.
I'm
You
muted.
muted, but
Now that I can see him, I can focus on him.
okay.
I just want to know what has got him so scared.
Yeah. Surface thoughts are kind of what he was saying, just like they're gonna be back. Like they're only around for a minute or so, but it's so scary when they're out there roaming the streets.
As an action, you can shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the creature's mind. In something that I want some details on what they are. So I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. What is your DC?
16.
He got a 7. So what is it you're probing?
What any images or senses, smells? What is it that he's afraid of?
Okay. If it
I know
fails,
they, them.
got it. Okay.
It.
So basically what he's afraid of is those fellow villagers that went missing. They come back every night and search the town for survivors, and if there are any, they take them back to wherever it is they're coming from.
Am I able to determine if they are zombies or monsters, mutated, anything like that when they come back?
They are, yes, they are definitely not the same. He can tell that they are the same people, but their bodies are different. I won't give you an exact image just because it'll be more fun to reveal when the time comes, but they're definitely not the same. They have been messed with, for sure. I guess you could say zombie if you want.
Okay.
A lot of talk about probing.
So as he's looking out, listen, if you take care of yourselves for the time they're here. If you make it through and make sure my family and I make it through, you can come inside and I'll answer any questions you need. Any questions I can.
Why not simply leave now?
My daughter's been very sick. We've been worried about too much physical activity or movement for her.
Amethyst is going to speak up, and there's kind of like a glow in her amethyst on her head before it kind of fades down. The man speaks the truth. He describes the villagers coming back, changed in some way, much more feral, aggressive. We would be wise to take a advantageous spot for when they return, and then follow them should they retreat as we fight them.
Wonderful. Well, I suppose if you'd prefer to fight inside, we can make one of these homes look lived in and wait to ambush. Or other ideas are welcome. It's off the dome.
I mean, wouldn't it be better to fight on the outside? Like you'll have so much room to do things, and we're not all cooped up into a shallow area.
And that could be true, yes. If we fight indoors, it can limit the flow in. We can control that, but we do have more room to spread out, stretch our legs a little bit if we need to out here. So, leave it to a vote. Or other propositions.
We can have some people outside and some people on the second floor inside, depending on your preference.
If they are not former villagers, would they not know that there is a family here and target this home?
Victor's gonna speak up to that. Well, they're not exactly the same, and to be honest, I question how it is they're even able to see where they're going.
What do you mean?
It's pretty horrible. I don't really know if I can even say it. They
Can't see in the dark, I understand.
Oh, it's not that. And then actually, can I have perception checks from everybody real quick?
Sure, this is the
This
great
seems like a
time.
good time to do it. All right, the monster is picking his nose, and his pinky comes detached inside of his nose, so he's got to like pull that out, put that back on.
He's actually like the most durable guy ever, so it's probably just picking his nose goes into his brain a little bit.
All right, Cecil, Phineas, Laneth, you all, you hear some stirring to the south of the village, and you look, and crossing the little bridge that you crossed to get in, you do see some of those villagers returning, and you see what this gentleman was referring to about how is it that they can even see where they're going, because all these villagers are showing up, and none of them have heads.
Well, the hills must have eyes because they sure don't.
But they are all slowly just like walking in, weapons drawn, into town.
All right.
That's all for you, isn't it?
Well, I suppose flanking positions, as it were. Team, assemble, go. Yes. Right.
For who got the best? Cecil, you had the highest roll. So you see these are like approaching on the bridge, and you see that there are others also approaching from a distance. It's not just these four, but a larger force that is coming.
Sir, go inside and stay quiet and tend to that beautiful mustache that you've got there. This should hopefully be dealt with shortly.
And as he's closing it up, he'll just say like, I don't know if he'll be able to take them all, but as I said before, they don't stick around forever, just for a minute or so, and then they leave again. Just hold out, please. If my family is safe, as I said, I'll do anything I can to help you. Just please make sure that we survive this night as well. And then he'll start reboarding that window. And so I do want to try, for this battle, I would like to try exactly that. I would like to try, I mean, hey, if you beat them all, you beat them all, great. But I do want to try, basically, we'll see if it gets to a point where it's not tenable anymore. Maybe we'll fast forward. But I do want to try y'all just trying to survive this for a minute. So that's what we're going to do. As I said, this one is Resident Evil inspired, and this is when we're getting into it.
Well, I'm going to roll initiative and then go pee.
Okay, yeah,
I'm gonna roll initiative and go
Battle
use the
music?
restroom as well.
Yeah.
The monster would like to step in front of Phineas, and he'd like basically his rage is more like a focused fighting, and he's gonna get ready for that. He's gonna try to time it so like that bonus action's gonna kick in right before they start coming.
Got it. Okay, so let's I'll get initiative from everybody, and then yeah, we can take a 5 before it actually starts, because it seems like people need bio breaks real quick. So everybody pop those
I've been
initiatives.
taking
and
in a lot of
we'll do that.
fluids. I assure
The
you.
Goliath needs to go pee-pee.
Yes. Wait. Why did it not?
1, 2,
No character was found or selected.
I think you
But I
need to
did.
click on your token when you roll it, maybe.
I did.
Yeah, if you're doing it
just
via
did that.
that.
Yeah, it did the
But
same
it
thing
did,
to
though.
me. It did the same thing to me. That's why I just did it manually. 'Cause I tried to click it and it gave me that same thing.
Gotcha. Well, all right. We'll take a 5 real quick. We'll come back, and then we will do this sort of wave survival thing. All right, BRB stream.
Word.
Okie dokie. So yeah, basically, as the gentleman says, whose name I guess you didn't get yet, but essentially he's like, yeah, these things, they kind of ransack the town for about a minute or so and then they leave. So, if you beat them all, great. But like I said, the kind of the thing I'm gonna try here is you gotta just survive this for like a minute. Basically, is the thought here. So we'll see how that goes. If it ends up getting long in the tooth, please just say so, and we'll find a way to fast forward it.
So these guys are unkillable, is what you're saying?
I did not say that. I did not say they're unkillable. However, Cecil would have observed, other than the ones that are coming along the bridge, there are more coming. There are these 4 to the at the south of the town, but there's a greater force still approaching. Because if it's the villagers, it's a lot of empty houses that are a lot of potential headless things walking back.
Phineas, would you know to keep his rage going? Sometimes you gotta prod him a little, in case it's in between waves.
I would say most definitely, and I would like to check something involving a spell in your rage. Would I be able to cast a spell on him and him be able to utilize the spell while he is raging, or is that just a flat no?
I think you just can't cast.
You can't cast spells when you're raging, but you can have them cast on you.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Haste,
haste, for example, he would be affected by haste, but he himself
Dragon's Breath, and I touch a willing creature and imbue them with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth, provided it has one. And I can choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, and poison.
That I think you could do because it's not a spell. Yeah, it's not a spell.
Okay, so he can still utilize it if I cast it on him. I would know.
You are casting a spell, but the breath itself is not, so he would be able to do that, yeah.
Hi, come here, buddy. We're gonna...
Well, we're in turn order, so we're gonna kick it off. And Cecil, you were the most observant, and also the first to act.
I suppose I'll go to where I can get a drop on them, and I will just break into a sprint immediately and parkour up this onto the roof.
I'm sorry. Okay. I can move you actually up there if you'd like.
Tight.
There you go. Give me. Do you have?
Are you able to disable the blocks on stuff? Because I think they just get in the way more than they help.
You're talking for the movement?
Yeah.
I'll turn it off.
I was noticing that earlier. It was getting in the way when it was just a bit of fence or whatever.
Alright, I just turned that off.
Thanks.
Alright. I'm assuming I'd need some sort of roll?
Yeah, if you're gonna climb up there. So give me... Well, I mean, movement. Do you have enough movement just to get there by standard climbing? Or are you trying to do something fancy?
I mean, I have 45.
Movement.
I might be cutting it a little close.
Okay.
Especially if that's a 3-story. I can't tell.
It's 2.
Okay. I'll call that an athletics.
Yeah, because you're looking at probably 30 feet up.
A 22.
I'll give it to you with that. But that climbing up there is your I would call that your action in that case, because if climbing's double movement, then that's all you'd be able to do.
Yeah, I'll take a knee and kind of mentally prepare myself.
Okay. And Laneth is up.
I was muted. Okay. So Laneth is going to go right up the center. Have his sword, long sword and shield already drawn. He's going to... He can't see them yet, right? They're not close enough.
Yeah, your line of sight. No, you could probably see between these two houses, you'd be able to see them.
Well, how far are they then? Let me see. Ooh, so you're saying I would be able to see this one?
I
don't know
think
if you
really
can see
you'd
my
be.
line.
No, I see it. Honestly, I think you'd be able to see all of them.
Oh. All right. Well, in that case,
from where they are right now, they are all visible. They're like on your line perfectly on that bridge.
Okay, well then I'm gonna quicken action cast Armor of Agathis at 2nd level and give myself 10 more HP. And I'm going to use my action to cast Eldritch Blast on... Or actually... No, I'm going to cast Firebolt on the first one there. So let's see if I hit him. Hey, 21 hit.
Definitely a hit. And you deal that 11 fire damage.
Cool.
And you hit it,
And
and
I-
it definitely, like, it's got a knife, and it gets hit, and it kind of, like, wildly starts, like, stabbing around, obviously at nothing, as it's being hit with fire.
And as he casts this icy armor that appears on him, everybody would notice that also the tattoos that are on his forehead suddenly start to light up this bright orange.
All right.
And I think that's his turn.
Amethyst.
So,
don't have Lana in there
she,
twice.
speaking of glowing forehead tattoos, she is going to kind of focus herself, and the amethyst on her head is going to glow, and around her, little gems and rocks are going to kind of fly up towards her and then form a pair of wings on her back. And as a gem dragonborn, she is going to use gem flight, calling upon her gem dragonborn ancestry. And that is a bonus action, and she is going to use a dash. So, like, the gems all, like, create a large set of wings, and then she's just going to fly over to the top of this building right here in the town square.
Okay.
And she's going to kind of perch up there and prepare for the oncoming assault.
Since you got a better perspective when you went up in the air, give me a quick perception roll.
Yeah, sure. Not great.
Why don't I... Oh, I'm scrolled in a weird direction. So you're not really sure of the number, but you still see, like I said, there is a larger force of these coming. These 4 on the bridge are not it. There are a lot more. It is a village full of people approaching you.
It's like the residents of this village are evil, and they're coming for us. 8 or more, possibly.
Capcom does not want it to be called 8. They are very adamant that it is Village and not 8 for whatever reason. Even though it's
Tell that
in
to
the
their
logo.
logo.
I know, right? Alright, Phineas, you're next.
I'm going to reach out and clap my best friend on the back and cast that one spell I was just talking about a moment ago that I have to refine because I was looking through stuff. We're gonna do level 2 Dragon's Breath. And Richard, you will spew fire damage at him. Why not? And I'll put the stuff in there, but it's you use an action to exhale energy of a chosen type in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a dex save, taking 3d6 damage. So we're gonna do that. Either that or the necrotic theme, and I don't think they're gonna take that, Ryan. I'm not prepared for this bullshit.
I gotta say, I was chuckling to myself when everyone's like telling me their character, and I'm like, if they have a paladin, they'll be pretty okay for this next bit, and nobody rolled paladin. I was like, ha 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 ha.
But couldn't have said,
Thanks,
hey,
Andrew.
Sydney, don't do a necromancer in a dead campaign, though. I'm gonna walk up that building.
You don't know that it won't hurt them.
I have a pretty good
And
feeling.
that necromancer might.
And I can just climb up that, by the way, with, it's a Damphir ability. I just
That's unsettling.
have, yeah.
I turned the restricted movement off, so you can just put your token up there.
Okay, cool.
Now, do you do like the creepy spider climb thing, or do you just like walk up?
I just walk up. I'm a cultured gentleman.
That's more
Awesome.
upsetting than climbing. The fact that you just like suddenly gravity shifts and you just do it.
I do too. Sorry.
Anything else, Sid?
Bonus action. I don't really have act stuff for attack. Sorry, one sec. Why is everything in a weird ass spot? I'm gonna get like my dagger ready.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Richard, what's the monster doing?
Well, first he's gonna march up. He's gonna get up there. He's gonna hug that. He's gonna hug that well a little bit so he doesn't get completely surrounded on all four sides. And he's gonna do that thing that I said he was gonna do. He's basically going to hold his action. Is it alright if I hold a bonus action so he rages right as they get like within, right within like distance to where they could, potentially start hurting him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be stingy about that. That's fine.
Okay. That's pretty much all he can do right now.
Okay. Well. Well, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. These things cover way more ground than you would think they would as they're running at you all. They seem to be like, not only are they without heads, but they also move very nimbly as they are sprinting into town. That's as far as they're going to get on this round. Trav, you're up. What's Kess doing?
Okay.
Can I just say he raged on that turn then, if that's as far as they're getting?
Yeah.
'Cause
I mean, if you're just...
the whole point was that I want to use a bonus action for something else next
Right.
turn.
I got you. And not lose the rage. I get it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
Trying to figure out how to use this ruler here. Being a really, really smart guy right now.
I mean, every square is 5 feet if you just need to mouse
There we
around.
go. No,
too.
there we go. I just needed to do that. All right. Okay. All right. I am going. Kess is going to get up and just. Kess is going to get up and. If I can. Nope. I messed it up. Look at me, doing too much.
You're good.
Why would it just let me grab it now? Oh, that's why. Because I'm smart. There we go. Kess is going to go ahead and fly here. Gonna just kind of
Okay.
scooch up and fly there. And then that is going to be, let's see. Cool. Awesome. All right. Kess is going to.
I'd say you'd be able to hit these top two if that's kind of what you're aiming for.
Actually, the top two, these two right here.
Yeah, sorry, hold on. I accidentally
Okay.
drew something. I'm gonna get rid of there. Okay, yeah. So these kind of top two, you'd be able to hit. The others are gonna be hidden behind the building.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Oh, wait, one, because I did fly up. Do I do the perception check?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I was gonna have you do that after you said what you were doing, but
All
okay. So 19. It looks like I would say roughly 40 or 50 of these things approaching.
Okay. I am going to cast Eldritch Blast on the one in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And this one I will be doing the rolls on my app. So apologies for that.
No worries.
I'm gonna start tallying rounds in the upper left corner.
Oh yeah, if you want to, go ahead. I was telling him on a GM layer, but feel free to do so.
I'm going to put this on the thing. It is a nat 20.
Nice.
Nat 20. All right.
By the way, With just the way that stuff's gone when I've DM'd it, don't worry about having to show it every time. I've rolled enough nat 20s as DM that I was tired of screenshotting it. So,
All right, so it takes 13 damage, but also if it's not dead, which I don't think it will be.
do you only
or
have?
down,
You should have more than one bolt right now, or was that the total damage?
That's the total damage.
Okay, and you're just aiming for the one in front.
Yep.
Okay.
However, with the it is now slowed. Its speed is reduced by 10.
Okay.
And it pushes it 10 feet away. So I guess it pushes it back into the other ones.
Yeah, we can do like a little domino effect maybe.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's gonna just kind of do that, because it's not. I don't think they'd all move a full 10, but it definitely moves back. And yeah, speed reduced.
Right.
That's force damage, right?
That is force damage. Yes.
All right. Anything else, Trav?
I am going to use. So I'm going to use a bonus action to do one of my feats, which is Tentacle of the Deep. As a bonus action, I get to summon a tentacle within 10. That's 10 foot long.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to summon it. Basically from the well to have it from the well out. So go from the well out this way.
Okay.
Sydney, we need tentacle drawing from the well.
Sure, got you, buddy.
Okay,
What
cool.
color do you want it?
Yellow.
Got you, boy.
Okay. And Richard, this is going to be the start of round 2. As for those who are on rooftops, oops. Nope, don't do that.
Nope, that looks bad. Let's do that
As those of you who are on rooftops are going to see more of these things entering the fray. About 9 more now have gotten into your you know, you saw them but are now onto the map. As these continue to move forward, let's see. Are they at half speed, Trav, with your thing, or is it just reduced by 10?
He just loses 10,
Okay.
they just lose 10, not half speed.
Okay. Well, he's still able
Are
to
they
get
moving after his turn?
the top of the. Oh, I'm sorry. Top of the round is not them. It's just more showing up. My mistake.
Yeah.
Cecil, you're up.
Okay. Cecil is going to drop his backpack onto the roof and sprint over, hop across this little gap here.
Okay. That is a short enough gap that I won't make you roll forward. It's like 5 feet tops.
Now I'd like to hop over to this corner if I could. That's like a
My God.
a bit of a jump. That's a 10-foot jump.
This corner right here.
Yeah.
What is the rule on long jumping?
I think you have to have a 10-foot. You have to have a 10-foot clearing, and then it's an athletics roll, I believe.
Which I definitely
But like, there's a rule for like how far you can get. I don't remember.
It's your strength score.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your strength score, Andrew?
Oh,
One.
strength score is only 10. Now, when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump.
Yeah, I don't think you can
Yeah.
make the second jump then, but you can definitely get, onto this roof.
Even if it's from a higher roof?
Well, you're jumping. You're jumping onto this roof here, yeah?
Yeah.
I guess that is
It's a
higher coming down.
10-foot
All right.
gap.
Um.
And then, I mean, wouldn't an athletics... Does athletics fit into that at all? Which is weird, because it says it's, running, jumping, all that.
Here's what
Then
I'm
it's not
gonna
known.
say. Just because it is slightly too far of a gap, I do want to see an athletics roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you make it.
All right. So
You got some
I think
momentum.
it's one of
You're
those
pretty
like
confident.
one of those Jackie Chan bloopers where it's like he's supposed to like get all the way there, but he kind of like grabs the edge and like has to scramble up.
Sure.
And then I'm going to hold an attack action as I pull throwing daggers out of my jacket pocket.
Okay.
Or out of inside my jacket.
All right, Artem, you're up.
Okay, so I think Laneth is going to run by the monster and be like, just to him, into the fray. And I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat as a bonus action to give myself the dash. And then he would get up here. And then I need to remember which one of these is which. Okay, so it's green flame blade is the one that jumps to the next person, right?
That sounds right.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna do green flame blade on that thing.
Okay.
So sorry, this is the first time I've done like melee spells, so I need a second.
All good.
Make a melee attack on a hit. Target takes a normal effect, and you can cause green fire to leap. Okay, cool. Okay, I see. Okay, so all right, let's. If I cast the spell, will it do it for me? It will not, unfortunately. Okay, so here's the attack.
Oh, did that not roll what you wanted it to roll?
No, oh, I see where it is. Okay. I will do this next time. Actually, should I just redo it or just keep those damage rolls there?
I don't mind if you keep the damage roll, but you know,
Okay.
roll to attack again.
All right. So here's the regular attack.
That'll
so it's
hit.
a one-handed. Okay, so that's the slashing one-handed, so 13.
Okay.
So it does 13 damage and 1 fire to the
Okay.
one immediately in front of him.
And that is enough
the
to
one-
take that one down.
Nice. And then the one right behind gets dealt 10 fire damage.
Nice. Okay, you do that. You take one down and 10 fire damage. Excuse me, is dealt.
Cool.
Okay. Is that all for you?
I believe so. Those bonus action, regular action. Yep.
Okay. Amethyst, you're up.
Actually, I guess he'll move one back then.
Okay.
Just in preparation for the next one.
Okay. And that saves you an attack op, actually. All right, Ryan, you are up.
Do these things appear capable of climbing up buildings?
They do.
Okay. I'm realizing I didn't declare this earlier, but I'll do it for the sake of fairness. Amethyst is going to cast Mage Armor.
Good call.
So that's in effect now for 8 hours. Is there a shield or something? Yeah, there's a shield. So she's just going to keep like along the building tops. So weirdly loud. And fly over here. And just kind of keep an eye and keep looking and seeing where they're coming from. And I guess we said they were coming from multiple directions, right?
From the south, really, from the woods. From
Okay,
the direction of the woods.
All right, good to know then.
Mhm.
Then, yeah, I'll just cast that. So that's in effect. And keep my distance for right now.
Okay.
And that's my move.
Okay. Yeah, so you would see, like, you know, I dropped these over by the bridge, but you would see there are some coming, like, from down here, too. It's not like they're surrounding the village. Like, they wouldn't have been able to do that. Like, y'all would have noticed
Okay.
that. Phineas, from up on your roof.
I'm going to verify the level of spell that is. One moment. Balls. No, I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna try to move a little closer, kind of follow what Cecil did. I'm gonna try to jump over to this roof over here.
Okay. So that
And
first
more
one is
importantly,
narrow enough that you're good.
yeah. More
You can almost
importantly,
just step
standing
it.
on like this little one, like the smaller like window ledge.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon's Breath is concentration, which he has right now. And then we're gonna try to... Ooh. Holy cow. I think I can do Chill Touch on him.
Is
Yes.
Chill Touch not a touch spell?
Nope. It's
weirdly enough, it's
120 feet,
Oh, right, 'cause it's like a
actually.
ghost hand that does it.
It's one of the weirdest named spells in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Chill Touch, which is a cantrip, and we're gonna test out some necrotic damage. I'm gonna, let's see here. It's a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of the creature, like is created in that space of the creature.
I can just get
And
rid
make
of
a
this.
ranged spell attack.
Okay.
And on a hit, they take damage. So. $23?
Yeah.
Roll me
Yeah,
some
boy.
damage.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Oh, wait, sorry, it's 2d8 because I am past level 5.
Okay. Just roll me another one then.
Okay.
Alright. So the ghostly hand or whatever does its thing, and it's not like you do see that the villager react. It's not like it didn't affect it, but it's definitely just like a just like, oh, that tickled kind of move. Like it definitely
I knew it.
It definitely did something, but it didn't do as much damage as it might have, because it's a very easy assumption that these are undead creatures. But it has disadvantage on its attack rolls until the end of your next turn, so that's good.
Only against me though. It specifies you
Gotcha.
until the end of your next turn.
Gotcha. Okay, anything else for you, Sid?
No.
Okay. Monster.
6. Monster's gonna get right on in there.
Okay.
And he's gonna spray some fire right at the 3 in front of him.
Okay. And
So I need all of them to make dex saves.
dex saves, you got it.
And that's 3d6, you said?
What is the DC based off of for that? Sid's or yours?
Sid's
Okay.
first spell.
Sid, what is your save?
Hold up real quick. I wasn't prepared. It is a dex save 14.
Okay, they actually... So the first two failed, one in the back rolled exactly a 14. Which I guess makes sense, because he's in the back. So we got 9 damage to the first two, and 4 to the one in the rear.
What kind of damage does that look like to them?
It's full fire. Or sorry, what kind of breath? It was fire, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're dealing full fire damage.
I'm just wondering, like, are they, like, wailing? Like, is it, like,
Oh.
super painful? Or are they just, like, whatever, and they're just, like, walking through it like nothing? Like,
They're
what
probably
kinda-
gonna
what-
do... They're probably gonna react the same way as whoever hit them first. I don't remember who it was. Whoever hit the one that was on the bridge.
I already don't remember that.
Yeah,
Like, what...
it does the same kind of... It definitely, like, they're, like, wildly flailing around. Like, they do not like that, for sure.
Okay.
And actually, this one in front... this one actually doesn't roll to attack. It has a torch. So it's going to be a save on your part.
Okay.
So can I get a dex save from you, Richard?
Mm-hmm. 15.
You save. So you nimbly dodge the torch and you are fine.
No, like fire!
These others being jumbled up are going to kind of run more into the town square this way.
How?
Uh,
They
it-
running up and over? How? Are
no,
they doing
they're
that?
running around.
Oh, they ran around the whole building. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because you know they're in single file there, and they realize it as much.
Man, those are some fast motherfuckers.
Go ahead and trigger my
They are
reaction.
they are
Oh, they
strangely
double
Great virus
ran.
zombies.
yeah they
Oh,
dashed they dashed.
oh. Okay. For a second, I was like, oh my god, what is their speed?
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that because all the others down here also dash in. Oops, that's not what I want to do. These others also dash in.
I'll go ahead and use my reaction to do that attack. It will be at disadvantage at this range,
Okay.
but I'm going to go ahead and chuck a throwing dagger dart at that guy.
Sorry, top or bottom?
Top.
Okay.
Nice.
19's definitely a hit.
Since it's... this is the weird one. Like, when I attack, I'm supposed to... I make 2 attacks. Is that the same with held reaction triggered attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll chuck 2 of those bad boys then.
12 is also a hit.
Oh, tight.
It maybe like hits him in the big toe because it's barely a hit, but it is a hit.
All right. So, damn.
Wow, for
Uh,
max
two-
damage.
2 crit hits.
Yeah, that is an unhappy. You see it. It definitely is it's wiggling at the dart in its foot and it's mad. It looks like yeah, it's not happy about that.
Tight.
Yeah. All right, Trav, you're up.
Okay,
Or I'm sorry, that was just a held action for you, Andrew. Did you have a bonus or anything?
No. I think it's... I've read a thing on holding actions. I think it's just... it's
You don't get a
basically the
bonus
attack action
Oh,
as
okay.
a reaction, so I don't
Gotcha.
get my reaction for my upcoming turn.
Gotcha. Okay. Trav, to you.
Okay. So I'm actually going to do one of my bonus actions first, which is I'm going to attack this top one, with the tentacle. This one right here.
Cool.
So with that,
I like how you just have a tentacle in the middle of the well here.
well, I
That's
was
fun.
going to move it, but they moved in because I was going to move
Yeah.
it towards down, and I was like, oh well.
I just like the
Okay,
image of that though. Just tentacle in the well.
All right, so I got to make a melee spell attack. Which was
So that is a good looking tentacle. Well done.
Yeah, it's
It is,
badass.
it's really
Thanks.
good.
I went to a very dark place in the internet all of a sudden looking for tentacle references.
Oh, no, you didn't.
That does not
I
sound great.
literally just typed tentacle and it was like, you want some tentacle hunte? And I was like,
Oh my god.
I mean,
so-
All I typed was
Not right
tentacle.
now.
Sid, that's,
So wait,
that's
so
why
later.
Predator
Sid,
is
it's at the
like
point
that.
where you type anything and it suggests that.
it's just like, you want sex? And I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
You're like, no, I was trying to order a sandwich.
Sorry, did you mean tentacle centaur?
Oh no.
That sounds.
I
that
believe
sounds
that
like
is
a hell,
that's a cententicle tar.
That sounds like
Yes.
a hell world.
I'll Google that one.
An 18.
No, don't.
An 18 hits.
Oh, 18 definitely hits.
Okay.
A 12 hit, so you know that's the at least
Yeah.
a 12 is gonna work.
All right, so that front one takes 10 cold damage,
Okay.
and its speed is reduced 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And
I'll say
then-
also, like, when you hit it with that tentacle, it's already going to be reduced, but it's looking like, it's kind of like, I mean, it's already a dead body, but now it's, like, looking real weak and limp.
Okay. And then
So dare we
so let
do.
me do an actual attack this turn. No, I'm not gonna do those yet. I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast on the one on the back.
Okay.
And that's a 14. You said that's a
14
hit,
to hit, yep.
and it's gonna take 7 damage.
Okay. It takes that
And
7 damage.
And it gets pushed back 10 feet, and it is slowed by 10.
Okay. That happens. Richard, if you're still tracking, this is number 3.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna move too.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I just thought about that. I'm gonna move. I want to fly. Lenny Kravitz said. I'm gonna move here, so 30 feet.
And for those that are in the air, you are going to see more approaching. Oh, come on. I just want... you start... More are going to reach the edge of town down there.
Cool.
All right, Cecil, you're up.
All right. Cecil pulls his cane out and jumps to the ground and just flat out rushes this guy and just kind of like spins into a cane attack into him. And I'll roll a second one.
Okay.
And sorry, I've never played a monk before, so I'm...
No, it's cool. Roll me the damage for the first one because it may be enough, and in which case you can just, pivot to the other one. It is...
Ooh.
5 is just enough.
Nice.
And that
So
body
then,
goes down.
let's see, how much was that? That's 35. All right, I'm good. Cool. I'll close in and swing.
Yep.
That'll be that 17.
Yep.
With a 9. And then which one's flurry of blows? Spin one key. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use flurry of blows. I'll burn a key point on that. Oh. 2 unarmed strikes. Boom. Boom.
Solid. Wow,
Damn,
okay.
dude.
Nice.
Cecil's just been rolling like a pro.
So yeah, it swings through
one
with
more.
another.
One more of those, right? Because one was a crit.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think you're just
Wait, 4.
You might just be rolling
Wait.
4s. I don't know if that's D4s.
you're just rolling.
Yeah, that's not
4.
right. That's not right at all.
Just roll me 3d4 real quick.
All right, yeah.
And I'll take that off the... There you go.
And then it should be plus my dex mod?
Oh, right, because you're a monk.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So 7, 14, 19. 19 damage?
What's your dex?
How much is your dex mod?
My dex is +4.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. that beats it.
I'm gonna just give that to you. You take this one down.
Cool.
15 damage. Not bad.
Yeah, so I guess I just carved through, just kind of break the first one in half with that spinning staff strike. Then I kind of tuck and roll and smack up and then do a couple like quick capoeira kicks and just kind of like launch the thing. It slams against the wall and like crumples.
Nice.
And I brush my suit off.
Nice. All right, that's another one down. I'm leaving this body here just for turn order's sake. Laneth, we're on you.
Damn. I'm one square away from being able to get to them.
I mean, technically, it's a diagonal move.
mean,
Here,
they're
if
ru-
that makes a difference.
They're
Well,
also
that's
rushing in.
20, and then
Oh.
10 gets me there.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm one away.
You can hold an action, and then when they get to you, just attack them.
Yeah, but I was planning on doing something specific. That's beyond just a held.
Your whatever
I-
little status effects you put on your token, by the way, make you look like Hellboy at this distance.
I guess. Damn. I guess I should focus on doing more damage then. Because either way, I'm gonna have to wait for them. So... I'll use my bonus action to do the expeditious retreat thing. No, because then all of them are gonna hit me.
Holy
don't wanna
crap,
be
that's so many.
I know, you don't want to be swarmed by them, right?
I told
I
you this
mean-
was a survival thing.
I mean, look, there was a
Maybe
reason
you
why I
don't
put that
stand in front of all the people in AoE range.
There's a reason why I put that tentacle that where you were at. You went away from it.
All right. So if I'm here, what can I do? All right. I guess I'll do this then. So Laneth is going to move right up here. And right as he gets within range of them...
Ryan, you gotta
he
adjust
is-
your target now.
Nope.
Ah,
Nope. You won't have to adjust the thing, because right as he gets within range, I'm going to cast Thunderstep. And all of them, except for the guy all the way on the left, needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I'm just gonna go like across the 2 rows. What's your DC?
It is 15.
Okay. We have 1, 2, 3 saves. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4.
What did that roll?
Okay.
I rolled 9, 4, 5. It's not worth it to
Okay.
do that.
Okay. I just need to mark them for my sake. That one saved. That one saved. And that one saved. Okay.
So the ones that save take half.
Okay.
The ones that do not are pushed 10 feet away and take... Oh, sorry, wait. I was reading the wrong thing. The ones that do not save just take the full damage. The ones that do save take half.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just it for them. Oh, and there's a booming sound for 300 feet that everyone can hear.
All right.
But
well,
also-
wait. Now the others are going to be moving toward that
My
sound.
tinnitus.
But also, Laneth gets to move up to 900 feet to anywhere he can see.
Okay. And they are not pushed by this, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, this is specifically different from Thunder Wave.
Right. This is you moving.
Where would be safe? Probably on a roof, like everyone else is. Or actually, let's go by the tentacle then. He will move back here in preparation for them coming.
Okay. All right, Amethyst, you following that wombo combo up?
yeah, the best wombo combo is extreme overkill, in my opinion. So Amethyst is going to kind of leap from the top of the farmhouse and then gracefully kind of come to a slow stop. And then she's going to raise one hand in the direction of the undead, and she'll say, "You are not welcome here. Please leave." And she is going to send out a psionic blast.
I thought you were going to say a complaint to the HOA. That's better. Yours is better.
I need to speak to your manager.
And that is a 30-foot cone
Okay,
of
so that should
pure
hit all of them.
force damage.
All right.
I need all of them to make a dex save.
Dex saves. All right, so going across once again here. Dex save. That is flat for them, I believe. Yes. Okay. Right. So going across the top. Save, fail, 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 save, fail. Okay.
Actually, hold on one second.
Okay.
Because
So the 2 corners have saved.
because I have my psionic focus, which is my amethyst. The object is my spellcasting focus for me, as well. When you roll psychic or force damage of
Why did
any
that
of your
post
wizard
like that?
spells, I don't know why.
I don't know why to range attacks like that. Anyways.
when you roll psychic or force damage for any use of wizard spells, you can re-roll any of those damage dice that rolls a 1. Did I get
Okay.
any 1s?
Just one.
I will re-roll that 1 then.
Okay. Just give me the total.
It's gonna be good damage when you reroll it.
Mm-hmm.
It can only be better.
2 more.
So 2 more. So 27 on a fail and 13 on a success.
Okay.
Wait, Ryan. Wait. Oh, are you at the level where you add your modifier to psychic / force damage yet?
Not yet.
Shit. Okay, never mind.
That's like level 10.
Oh, I
That'd
thought
be
you were
cool
about
when
to
it
do
does.
way more too.
I mean, 25 to everyone there, or 27 to everyone there is pretty good. Between your Thunderstep, how many are still standing?
I'll let you know. Oops. That
Hopefully not a lot, considering there's like 20 more.
that went.
You were knocking them down with like 13 points of damage, I thought. So I
Okay,
feel like
it's like you took out roughly half that were standing there, and the ones that are left look terrible.
really, there's still some standing at all.
This guy
I'm
on the corner
surprised
actually doesn't
you
look
didn't have
as bad, but they all look. They're relatively hardy, and they got. I mean, this is like a farming village, and they're all necrotic up,
it. All right, then.
But you got roughly half of them.
Amethyst is going to use the rest of her movement speed and fly back up to the roof of that building.
When you do, when you look out, you'll notice at this point, as far as like what's on the map here, roughly half of them have reached the village, as far as the forces, the total force.
Speaking of force, I didn't describe it, but the psionic force, which Artem so lovingly programmed in for me, the psionic blast is almost like Cyclops' red optic beam. It's just this wave of clear force that just like boom, and kind of mows down everything in that area.
Nice.
Like if there was grass or anything standing up, it's flat.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot to say, if you failed, let me double check real quick.
Okay.
All of the ones that failed
Mm-hmm.
are pushed 20 feet directly back and are knocked prone.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
20 feet. That's so far.
Where's our prone?
It's pretty far.
That one's gonna hit a
Oh, yeah.
tree and stop there. But you know what? Because that one hits a tree, it's dead too.
I don't know if you remember this, but Lady E straight up had this spell
Ooh.
from the UA when it was still a mystic.
That one
thing, too.
also hits a tree, so it's gonna die.
Pretty good
Oh,
cone
that
for
one
level
hits a tree
3.
too, and it dies.
Mhm.
Okay, so 3 of them also hit a tree and just died as well from smacking into it, and one guy is back here, like having to lift himself up. Oh no, that's the guy who saved. Yeah, I think it's the guy who saved. Whatever, one of them saved, so I'll say it's that guy, or 2 of them saved. So all right, very very good AOE there. Phineas, you're up. I will be
I'm gonna
very
get down off
impressed
this
if y'all.
roof.
I'll have to give you something special if you just do kill them all.
I'm gonna mad cash walk down that roof.
Okay.
That's 30. Everybody's dead except for that one way over there, and the one that's maybe attacking my friend.
Yeah.
But I wanted him to be able to keep rage, so I'm gonna leave him be, and I'm gonna throw another necrotic chill touch at that guy over there.
At this one.
No, this guy if he's alive still.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'll throw it over that one.
Okay. He's saved both of the spells so far, actually.
22.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit. Okay.
9.
You deal half of that because it is necrotic, but you do damage him.
All my shit is vampire-y. Like it's like taking people's life force, and I don't need that right now. Ooh. Oh no, that's not anything. It's me because everything else is raising undead, and I don't want to waste a spell slot yet.
Okay. Monster, you've got this torch you're facing down.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my hammer.
All right.
Rawr. What the fuck?
That's a
Oh,
good roll right
it's an
there.
exploding dice that you rolled.
You rolled a 35. That's a critical.
Please roll me a d35.
Is that even a? Oh,
So you rolled an exploding dice, which means that your first roll was a 20, but exploding dice means that like whenever
Yeah.
you crit with the first one, you roll another one and
oh.
you keep
So do I
rolling.
get a nat
Which
20 for
means
that,
you
then?
did. Yeah, no, I'll give you. That's a crit.
Technically, your first was a nat 20. Yes.
Yeah, you crit.
Okay, cool.
It just proceeded to then roll a 15 after.
Okay. So he's gonna do this much damage as he.
Hey, that's exactly enough.
Oh, because he could have done more with his great weapon fighting. So, but knowing that's enough, great. Just boom, he's gonna like smash it right into the ground. How did Artem? How did you end up getting 5 more feet?
I didn't. Oh, I have expeditious retreat on, so I can
Okay.
spend my bonus action to dash.
Okay, got it. 2, 3, 4. Because I can't reach this guy,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so I'm
Maybe I
just
should
gonna
cast
go
that on you.
1, 2,
Can I do that on another?
4.
Pretty sure.
You should double check. Some of them are only on self.
It's self only. Yeah.
Really?
All right, well, that's the most
That's surprising
centralized
to me.
spot he can find, and he's like, "I'm ready for you," but he doesn't even have those words. Just
All right.
Although,
Well,
monster smash, puny ghost. I can't hold an extra attack, right? I have to hold action. So
do you attack twice, or is it?
when you take the attack action, you can do a second attack, and I already used my action, so I don't think I can hold the second one.
Gotcha. Yeah, they are going to be coming to you as you just called for, and these are going to start actually climbing this roof.
Okay.
Nope, that was too much. And that one will get about there, and there, and there, and there. Yeah, these things move like disturbingly fast for what they are.
I don't like that.
Okay, monster. You got attacks coming at you.
Yeah, let's see him.
Okie dokie. Oh, and they are going to be charging attacks.
Okay.
Just for what it's worth. What is your AC, Richard?
18.
Okay, only one is going to hit you. I guess we'll just make it the center one because that makes the most sense.
Okay.
So only one hits you. I need you to please make me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
You are going to take 10 piercing damage. So whatever math on your rage.
Half that, then, yeah.
Okay. So 5
All right,
piercing
that's a
to you.
25 on the strength.
Okay, you do not get pushed back from the charge.
Okay.
And that is what they do on this turn. And they're definitely spread out a little bit more in the village now. Kess, what are you gonna do from back on your little barn perch there?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what I want to do. The question is, do I want to save it? All right, so I do know the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this tentacle. Let's see, maybe 30 feet. So right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right there, yeah. And I'm gonna use a bonus action to do that tentacle attack again.
And that's just hitting the one that's closest to it?
Yep, that
Okay.
one that is right here.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is going to be It's gonna be a hit.
Okay.
18. And it's gonna take 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
7 cold damage, and it is now slowed by 10 feet.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to. Oh, I'm going to fly over here, and I am going to. I'm going to throw my javelin of lightning.
Good time for that.
Let's see. All right. Can I hit? So like, because obviously at the end of the javelin lightning, it takes the javelin damage, at the very end. Can I just use that to hit the house with the javelin damage? Because the actual effect is what I want.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. If not, I will hit the last one.
Like we'll say you're aiming at the house so that you lightning the other 3.
Yes.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. So yeah, so they each must make a dexterity saving throw,
Okay.
DC 13.
All right. First one save. They all saved. Oh no, I'm sorry. I had the roll programmed wrong. Middle one saves.
All right, the other ones do not.
Correct.
Okay. So they are going to take. So. Wait, no, that's wrong. That's completely wrong. That's not a D6. Okay. All right. So the top and the bottom take 10. The middle one takes 5.
Okay, they take that, and the javelin embeds in the side of the house there.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else for you, Trav? I guess that was movement and all actions.
Yeah, that's
wasn't
it. Yeah, that's all I
Okay.
can do. Yeah.
This is top of 4, as Richard has already denoted. Cecil, you're up, and there are a lot more spookums in town now.
There
Oh,
sure
actually,
are.
and speaking of, because it was the top of the round, more are showing up at the south of town.
Ugh. Okay. Richard, how much were you damaged?
Barely anything. I'm gonna make it all back up next round.
Oh, okay. Tight. Then in that case, I will rush.
Your token
Here.
looks like it is the head of the decapitated body, Richard.
It sure does. Cool. Cecil swings in and goes for another cane shot on this gentleman here.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a hit. Okay, 9 damage. That one's looking pretty weak.
And then I will spin, and with a flick of the wrist, the walking cane spreads out into like a bladed whip, and he lashes out at this
Oh, this one over here?
decapitated bod boy over here.
10 will not hit, unfortunately.
Ah, I got too
Too flashy.
too flashy. Yep. And I think that's all I'm gonna do. That's a gamble, but yeah. I don't know if there's anything else I can do at the moment that's not gonna burn something. So that will be it for me.
Okay. Laneth, you're up.
So, question, Travis, does your tentacle actually take up the space? Like if I were to move here, for instance, can I be there, or is it in the space?
Hold on, let me double check.
I've played that warlock before. I think it would occupy like this 5-foot square. I think because it like sticks up out of it.
Okay,
But
but I
that's
can be here.
Yeah, it doesn't like occupy a full giant
Yeah, it doesn't.
spread.
Yeah, Yeah, it only occupies the only space. But yeah, it's just
Okay,
that 5
cool.
foot space where it's in. Yeah.
That's
Cool.
that's the unflavored version of my superhero from when we did the DC campaign.
And then a question, Laneth looking between the monster and Cecil, which one of you two looks less armored or prone to be hit?
I could be less prone to hit.
Because I'm going to buff one of you.
Oh, you're talking between Cass and Cecil?
AKA, which one of you has less AC?
A 16.
How much monster look like he has?
Oh, between Cecil and the monster. Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh no, there's a reason why Kess is away from everybody because Kess would be the softest one. So, yeah.
Richard
Sorry, not
AC?
Kev. I'm sorry. Yeah.
My AC is 18.
Okay, so it is Cecil then. All right, so Cecil, you are going to get a bonus action haste on you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop my I'm gonna drop my expeditious retreat because I'd rather have haste up. And you all watch as more of his runes on his body start to glow. And I'm gonna cast Green Flame Blade on the dude immediately in front of me. So I'm gonna try this and see if this actually works the way I think it does. Does it? Yeah, there we go. Cool, that works.
Whoa.
Okay. So 23 to hit.
Okay.
12 slashing damage to the one in front of me.
Mhm.
7 fire damage. Is it rolling the right d8s? I don't think it is.
It's rolling a 1d8.
Uh
Or it's rolling 2 of them.
Oh no, it's all correct. Yes, it's all correct. Okay, so the one directly in front of me takes 12 slashing and 7 fire damage,
Mm-hmm.
and the one immediately next to it takes 8 fire damage.
Got it.
Does that make sense reading that?
No, you're gonna have to tell me every time.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. Amethyst, you're up.
Okay.
And you've got 2
so
now
these-
who have come up onto the roof.
All right, well, that's cool, I guess. Amethyst is going to, so as a bonus action, seeing that she's getting a little close to the danger, the gem on her forehead is going to brightly glow purple, and her entire body is going to. The best way I can describe this is, it looks like space envelops her body, as if from a. I'll get a picture to describe it, but she's going to activate her thought form. No, not that thought form. And like a cosmos that did it. No, it's there. Like a cosmos kind of. She's just like a silhouette of herself with like stars and galaxies and swirls and cosmos all moving about her.
Interesting.
And as a part of that, she gets resistance to psychic. And all the physical damages. And that's a bonus action. As an action...
When you say physical, as in slashing, piercing, bludgeoning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I can find a better picture. But she will use her action to call upon her gem breath power, and she is going to breathe a wall of force damage on these 2 that are approaching her.
Okay.
So let's use that.
Is it a dex
And-
for them, or just roll to hit?
It is a dex, yes. Dex DC 13.
I got 19 and 20.
Wow. All right. Well, they take half of this then.
Maybe they were like just getting onto the roof, so you overshot a little bit.
Well, that's pretty pathetic rolls. So they take 5 force damage each.
Okay. Well, someone's drawing a big AoE over there. Anything else for you, Ryan?
That they haven't gotten to me yet, right?
No, they're not. They haven't
There's
reached
no
you yet.
reason I have to be here. So I will take my pretty galaxy wings and fly away. Back over here.
Okay. All right, Phineas, you're up. Sid, was that you drawing that AoE?
Yeah, maybe.
There you go.
I'm gonna drop my former concentration spell, which was that breath attack at Richard, unless you were gonna use it.
Nah.
All right. I am going to cast. Shit. Sickening Radiance.
Ooh.
And it is a 30-foot radius sphere.
Uh-huh.
That I'm gonna throw right
I don't
about
know
in
this
here.
one at all.
So walking forward, Phineas just kind of like, just for flair, he uses one of like his sharpened nails and like nicks the vein in his wrist, and the blood that comes out like turns into mists and vanishes or whatever. Anyway, this well of like sickening green energy happens in that circle that I made. Any creature that moves in the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn there must succeed on a con save or take 4d10 radiant. Suffer
Okay.
1 level of exhaustion and emit a dim greenish light for a 5-foot radius. This light makes it impossible for the creatures to benefit from being invisible, which isn't a problem. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be wicked. Invisible headless things. All right, so what do the ones in the circle need to roll?
They all need to roll con.
Okay, we got 7 con saves. And what is your DC?
14.
You're gonna hate me.
None.
Every single one saved. 3 of them were nat 20s.
Mm-hmm. Funny enough, it doesn't say if they only take half, so it might have been an all or nothing thing. So that's me then.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move forward.
That sucks. Do you have a bonus or anything?
Nope.
I'm sorry. That was very good rolls and not fun for you. All right, Monster, you're up.
Shouldn't be right.
All right, he is going to go into a fighter spirit, which instantly is going to give him 5 temp HP. So he's back up to full. And he's going to have advantage for the remainder of his turn. And he's going to action surge. So that's a total of 4 hits he's going to start doing. He's just going to start wailing. He'll start wailing like crazy. Probably going to go... none of these guys have been hurt so far, right?
None of the ones around you know.
Okay. So he's going to go for the one to the right at first. And so I guess let's get started on them rolls. All right, so attack number 1.
Definitely a hit.
Attack number 2.
Definitely a hit.
Attack number 3.
And a hit.
And number 4.
And a hit.
All right, so he's going to start wailing on one to the right, and then he's going to move to the one that's lower if he needs to.
Okay.
So... All right, so here we go for each of them.
Okay.
That one's still standing.
Mm-hmm. None of these guys have been hit, so it's gonna probably take a lot.
Still standing after 2?
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
It is barely standing after
Wait,
this last
wait, hold on. The first, or the second one, I mean, I get to re-roll 1s and 2s, so he's gonna do.
Okay.
So actually, yeah, just ignore the second one. It's just gonna be the third.
Okay.
So 14 plus 12, so 26. That's his 2, and then here's the third one.
All right, it is down after the third.
Okay. It was to the one to his right, not his left.
Oh, my mistake.
And then he'll go for the one that is below him for that last one. All right, so 13 to the one
Okay.
below. And that's him. That was his bonus and all of his actions.
Okay. Well, now they're moving in. This guy's gonna get up. So, Monster, you're gonna have 3 coming at you. Cecil, you're gonna have 1 coming at you. These 2 don't know what they're doing because they can't clear
Now,
that gap.
Did they do the Constitution save again?
If
When it starts
they
their turn?
they have to, I think Sid, they would have to enter the
start-
sphere, right? Because they're leaving, they're fine, right?
When they start their turn.
Oh, is it when they start their turn there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then they're gonna all have to do it again. All
Which
right.
I mean, you might not have had to like roll that yet
Before?
if that is the case. I'll check the verbiage of it.
Okay.
Well, no, it's the first time is when it starts. Because I have it pulled up on the first turn,
Okay.
or when it starts its turn there.
Okay. No creature moves into the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn there. The creature must
And
make
what
a
is
con
what's
save.
your AC or DC?
Con 14?
Con 14. Okay. Only this one right here failed. They only have a +2 for con. I don't know what, like, these have just been good rolls. Okay, so what does it do on a fail?
Takes 4d10 radiant damage. It takes a point of exhaustion, and it turns
Dang.
green.
Okay. I don't know what I want to do for exhaustion. Heartbreak. Alright, well, 9 damage to that one. It's okay, because more are going to have to make the save at least. Okay, these two don't know what they're doing on the building. These ones are going to start moving forward. And actually probably start climbing this building. And we got... Actually, that one's exhausted, so it's not going to get up there on this round. It's when they start their turn there, or where they enter?
A creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Okay. So... then a bunch more are gonna have to go in and make the save. Alrighty. Okay, that looks a little better. Okay, we have 1 fail, 2 fail, 3 fail, 5 fails.
You want me to? I'll just roll one.
Yeah, give me more damage.
Thing for it.
Well, because we'll assume it's all just
It's
one.
a little better.
Nice. Alrighty. Okay. They're gonna roll their attacks, and then Kesh, you're up, and then let me poll you all. We're about to hit round 5. Do you want to just fast forward at the end of this round, or do you want to hit, say you made it halfway, and then we'll fast forward and just do assumptions as to what happened for the other half? Just so this doesn't drag on. Basically,
Yeah, I
do you
mean,
want to do
if you-
round
if you
5
have,
or
if
no?
you if you have other stuff that you had planned for tonight, if we do another 5 rounds.
Well,
that's
no,
gonna
we're
take
not
us
gonna.
past
I'm saying we're
11.
definitely not gonna do the whole other 5 rounds. My question is, do y'all want to do the round 5 and then do the assumptions as to what would happen for the rest of the battle, or do you just want to finish this round and then jump ahead? What do y'all want to do? I'll pull you all on that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind kicking a little more ass, but I'm also flexible if people are done with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of just whatever you guys are up for. I'm down for either way.
We're moving forward.
Okay, so we'll finish
Yeah.
up this round and go from there.
That works.
We do have a couple attacks to get through on this one. Lanith's got 1 in him, and the monster has... Lanith gets 1, Cecil has 1, the monster has 3. We'll do the monster first. What's your AC, Richard?
18.
Okay, I got a 23, a crit, and a 14.
Okay.
So you're going to take, you're raging, so you're going to take, I already did the math, 16 piercing from the crit that hit you, and 5 from the other one.
Okay.
So a total of 21 to you. That's with the math already done.
Alright.
Okay, Cecil, dirty 20, so that's going to be a hit on you, and an 11 toward Lanith ain't going to hit. Cecil, you're going to take 18 piercing.
Woo!
And those are all the attacks. Trav, you get to finish up combat with 1 more real round, and then we'll fast forward.
Cool. Let me see something real quick. Let's All right, cool. So I am going to cast Shatter at this point right here. That's
Okay.
gonna get a good
All
number
those
of 'em.
people. Nice.
Yep. So they must take make Constitution saving throw. They have to beat a save of 15.
Okay, only 2 saved.
Okay.
We'll say it's the 2 up on the roof, just to make it simple.
All right. So this is going to do 5d8 damage.
Okay. And then after this, I'll have y'all, whoever wants to make them, I have some, just to auto figure out how the rest of the battle would go, I'll have y'all make some rolls.
All right. So that's a 25.
Okay.
And then.
All right, you take out 1, 2, and do a lot of damage to these other guys.
Okay. And then I'm going to. This one right here, the tentacle, is going to attack that one.
Okay.
All right. And. That is a 12. That is a hit.
That is a hit. Yep. Let's see. You'll
Awesome.
probably finish that one off.
Yeah, so that's 1d8 plus 4. I'm just going to do it from here. So that's 7 damage.
Exactly enough. So you finish that one off too. Okay, so we will fast forward for the sake of time. I did not expect that to drag on quite as much, but I suppose it was a lot of people and a lot of rolls. So we will fast forward and save some of that dragging for sure, because I don't want people to be bored. Okay, so somebody please roll me a D100 just to kind of estimate how the rest of this went.
Got a nominate. There you go.
Okay, so in my brain I was thinking 50 or above, it's about the same. Under 50, it started getting a little bit worse. So, let's just say,
Haven't we been kicking ass so far though? Like it looks like.
well, that's what I'm saying. If you got above a 50, it was gonna just be assuming the same for the rest of the battle. Under a 50, slightly worse, is how I was gonna put it.
Oh, slightly worse. Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
not like.
One roll kind of implies that it's like an all or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no,
I
y'all
would do,
aren't.
like-
Y'all, no one's dead. It's nothing like that.
Right. I would have just done like a best of 3, or not even best of 3, an average of 3.
Oh, that's fair. I was just wanted to go with percentile. And then can someone roll me 2d20s?
Yep. You can ignore the +7.
Okay, so about 28. So you took out, by the end of these you took out roughly half the force that was entering the village, and basically once that like certain time hits, like out of nowhere, it's as if all their aggression suddenly stops, and they all just like, they don't physically drop their weapons, but they drop their arms down and they just turn and just start to retreat back in the direction they came from. Roughly half of the force is still standing. So what do you want to do in response to that?
Chase them down and finish off as many as I can.
I guess what my question, because like I wanted to take magic, because obviously there's something magical happening. Like this is happening. With the range of detect magic, and I'll kind of do my aura again. The 30 feet. Would I be able to find anything with that?
Well, where are you moving while you do that, or what?
I'm going to move down here as they kind of start heading
Gotcha.
out. Or I will say, and since I did that roll, I will say Kess definitely tries to go down and get his
Javelin back.
Javelin back,
Yeah.
and gets like clipped. So he's like, his wing is kind of in, right? So yeah. So as I go down, I'm going to cast detect magic.
Okay.
To see if I can notice anything.
Well, definitely all these guys light up for sure. And are you just going to be moving with them?
Yes, like not away enough where I won't get, like, I'm not on top of them where they can still go on if they turn to get aggressive, but enough where I can.
Okay. How is anyone going with Kess as he does this?
I was going to say, as he runs off alone, we need to find out where they're coming from. Let's get the horses. We should follow them.
All right, I'll provide backup for these two while you fetch the horses. Then, yes.
Can I try something before we get scooting?
And detect magic, I think, lasts a
Always.
minute, if I remember correctly.
It is 10 minutes.
Oh, it's 10.
altogether.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Animate Dead on one of them just to see if it
Alrighty.
reacts to a normal Animate
I thought you
Dead
might.
spell in a certain way, or if it's gonna wake up hostile again.
It wakes up, and it is under your necromancer control, as if it were just any other body.
Tired, I got a zombie, y'all.
I run up to start attacking, worried that my master is in danger.
No.
No.
That's the flip side of the battle. Is you might not have been able to do much damage to them, but you could totally control any of the ones you beat if you wanted to.
Totally a friend. Totally a friend. Yeah, I was just curious if it would work. So
It works.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The monster is definitely going to be like looking Phineas up and down to make sure he's okay.
Not a scratch on me, my friend.
Oh.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, just like bites, bruises, whatever is like all. I don't. How is he being attacked?
Like your typical like Frankenstein mob, pitchforks, scythes, knives.
Yeah, just seeing like just gashing.
I'll work on that for you. Give me a second. I'll read through some stuff.
All right,
I
so
can help you with this. One moment. And Cecil will kind of rub his hands together and will just kind of like start pushing and kind of almost massage, almost chiropractor.
you are the healer, aren't you? Of the group.
And yeah, and I'm just gonna start burning up some key points on healing.
Okay.
I'm assuming we're gonna get a short rest, but
Well, it's evening.
not-
You'd probably get a long rest here in a moment.
Oops.
So yeah, you can dole out that healing as you wish. Horse squad. So who's on horse squad following them?
Definitely Lana.
Are we not all going in the direction of
I
the
think,
army of the
yeah, I
dead?
was about to
Oh,
say, I think
everyone's
we're all
going?
like
Okay.
going. It
That's
was
what I
just
was
a matter of
Okay.
healing
Yeah,
up and
that's me too.
All right, so everyone goes, and as you're following, so it's getting darker now because you were fighting at that sunset. So you follow them, and again, it's like they don't even notice you. It's like they're robots that just got switched off or something. They start marching into the woods, and it's definitely these woods are probably too thick to like really ride a horse through with any speed. So if you want to go further, you would have to dismount. But you can easily keep pace with them for sure. I mean, they're just, shuffling. They're not moving like the speed they were moving at during battle is not the speed they're moving now.
Now, is it so thick that like if I'm hovering around them trying to see, is it too thick for that to happen, or do I?
If you were to fly up above the tree line, yes. But if you're just like if you're still like within the canopy, you'd be able to see them.
Okay.
And if your detect magic, Trav, you would definitely be detecting necromancy. But that's pretty much the only spell you'd be or the only school of magic you'd be getting with detect magic.
So we could just kind of follow them at the leisurely pace behind, then, right?
Yeah. They
As long
stop.
as we don't lose sight of them, yeah.
Yeah. But they're no longer like 28 days later sprinting around.
I guess we just follow them back to their source.
So as you follow them, you start following them into the woods, and they go probably about a football field's distance in, about 100 yards, and they get 100 yards in, and then they start slowly just arranging themselves into not a single file line, but very neat rows, those that remain. And then simultaneously, they're all just gonna really creepily just like fall back onto their backs motionless. The entire rank, all of them just fall over and stop moving.
This is strange. I don't like this at all.
Hey Tony, how's the Earth?
What
Is it dirt?
Yes.
All right, so I have mold earth, so I'm going to
Okay.
bury the entire army.
Sure.
5 feet of loose earth, baby. Goodbye.
Yeah, there is no reaction from them. Honestly, yeah. If you just want to mass grave them all, you may have just stopped that threat.
I'll take that fistful of salt and scatter that across,
Okay.
and take out some religious symbol that I assume is a cross, but
Mhm.
not in this
Did
world.
you all want to like examine the bodies more closely before you did that?
Yeah,
did that?
Before I do that, I was going to ask our
Yeah.
resident necromancer if she wants to
Mm-hmm.
do a
Yeah.
little work first. I won't
I'll-
start burying them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna literally say it was gonna be a question to be asked for sure.
I mean, I was gonna open it up by like, I want to kick one real quick, but I mean,
Mhm.
I can absolutely like scientifically investigate.
You also just
Bodies.
have one as a buddy now.
I do. I've named him
But when
Norman.
you are
And
done
it-
your deal,
Norman.
I will bury them all.
Totally. I'll go kneel beside one and give it a look over.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want like investigation or arcana or medicine?
You're gonna get different.
Survival.
You will get different answers based on the one you roll. So if you'd like to do a
Okay.
few or just choose one, that's up to you.
We're gonna start with arcana.
Okay. Also, I don't
if
know if
somebody's
anybody
got
has.
better shit than me. Please step up.
I don't know if anyone has Speak with Dead, but if you do, they don't have heads, but it'd be really funny to see what happens.
I
Sorry,
don't
what are
think-
you rolling?
They can actually. They have to have a mouth.
That's what I'm saying. So if you try
Oh.
it, I'd love just to to tell you what will happen. Okay, so a 13, and that was Arcana, yeah?
Yep.
I'm going
Okay.
to assist Phineas because I'm also trained in Arcana,
Okay.
Bless you.
so she can get advantage.
Okay. Yeah, but you can give me that second roll Sid, if you want. All
Fuck
right.
everything.
Unfortunately, you got a 13. So here is okay. So whoever did this obviously has incredibly powerful necromancy powers, and from your estimation, it is something with the fact that they are all decapitated. It is something to do with the removal of the heads that is allowing whoever is in control to control them. Like perhaps they are seeing through the decapitated heads and able to control them that way. And perhaps if they're able to do that with the heads, perhaps there's other magical uses for the heads too.
I want to do an investigation to see
Mhm.
if I notice anything.
Great
Yeah.
investigation. So the Arcana was the main thing, but as you're serving them all, Kess, you notice these all match up with the villagers. Like there is a mix of ages here. Not all of them are adults, unfortunately. Like this was a whole village that was kidnapped. You can, as you're examining, you can probably pinpoint, based on the calluses here, this one must have been the climber, or I can tell this one was the butcher by his build, etc. So you're able to kind of, if you wanted these to be properly buried and assigned and identified, you could do that. You'd be able to say this would be the person who lived in this house based on things like that. Even though you don't know the names, you could tell, this one
Right.
was this and this. So should you wish to do that sort of burial or informing the authorities later, you would be able to do that. Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to. I'm going to take a slightly different approach. I'd like to roll a medicine check to see if these heads were removed, just with an axe. How
Mhm.
these heads were
Mhm.
removed, and anything else I can pick up with a medicine check.
Mm-hmm. They seem to have been ripped.
Ripped.
Yeah, they're not all
Nice.
perfectly clean.
These heads were not removed with care. They were ripped with brute strength.
That's unusual. You'd think something like this would require more. And Amethyst is going to look towards the necromancer and the doctor. Finesse, right?
One would assume.
Generally speaking, yes.
What about the Goliath's sister?
I was just about to ask, can I roll something like, is there any sort of Goliath tribe that Laneth would know of that delves into this sort of stuff?
Sure, you can certainly roll for that. Yeah, if that's what you want.
I will try. But I am not good at it.
Yeah, not that you know. Not that you know of with an 8.
Can I try to do a? Can I try to do an Arcana check? Cause I do have that skill.
Yeah,
Please do it, please.
Okay, let me try. 23.
That's
you
a
got
great
the
roll.
high rolls.
I guess yes.
Sid, I just slightly adjusted your voice volume, but almost kicked you from the call. I almost clicked on the wrong thing.
I'm not. I mean, I might as well not be here.
That was my bad. You okay, what did Sid get? 13. So with a 23, you can basically affirm kind of what she was suspicious of, Kess. You were able to kind of look at it and say, like, okay, it's definitely the removal of the head somehow allows the control of the body, and more than likely you could also use the heads in other forms of magic, like confirming that, like, that's what was done here, and wherever the heads are, they can also probably do creepy stuff.
Okay. This would be a great time if there was like a locate magic spell, wouldn't it?
Looking around, does it look like where they originated? They just come out into the middle of this field. Do they come from somewhere else though? I mean, it's like a village. It's a literal village.
Right.
So I imagine there's a lot of footprints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, based on like, sort of like, well, give me a perception.
Could I do investigation?
Yes,
for
that's fine too.
footprints?
Yeah. Yeah. It's based on the fact that they came here and all collapsed. You get the impression that, like, this was their, like, not that they, like, they didn't, like, they weren't raised to undeath here, but this is like the base camp. Like, this is where at night they leave from this point, they go into the village, and then they return to this point and collapse back down to sleep, if you will, until next time.
Yeah, I got that part. Where did they come from besides here? Like, were their heads removed here? Did they spawn here?
I'm sorry. I see what you're saying. You no.
So there's like another location.
Right, yes. But from what you're gathering, this is not the site where the magic happened. It is just the site where the bodies are stored.
This isn't where the bed.
So, did they fly here, or there's no footprints of a village moving to this spot, other than the one going right to the village?
I'm gonna say no. Just for now, because
okay.
I mean, it's been a full month, so like by nature of like it being the forest, like things will have shifted, you know. But this definitely was not the site where the magic happened.
Well, if we're done our investigation, I can give them not a proper burial, but a burial.
I am curious why they decide to come back to this spot. Laneth is I'm gonna do this thing real quick. So I'm gonna expend one of my charged runes. So one of his tattoos stops glowing. And if there are any hidden runes, wards, or glyphs around this area, he's just gonna walk around
Interesting.
for a little bit. Does anything light up?
Yes, there are some sort of around the edges. And what do you're able to like identify what it does, or would that be an Arcana roll?
I think that's an Arcana roll beyond there. I can
Okay,
just
but you do
cause
ping some,
hidden
like
things
kind of
to-
in the perimeter around this patch where all the bodies are. You do ping some.
There is something here. Someone more knowledgeable in magic should look.
I'll take a check.
I was about to say somebody else, please. There you go. God dang, +9, homie. Jeez.
You can tell enough that the glyphs used are to generate some sort of hallucination thing, so that like you follow the bodies here, but if you had just been walking by, it would have just looked like a normal part of the woods.
Seems to be a homing beacon to bring them back here to this spot. For whatever reason, someone deemed that this was a good area that they wouldn't be disturbed. At least during the day. We're not nearby a road or anything like that, I assume.
You're about 100 yards into the woods from the village.
All right. Anything else? I figure if these didn't lead us back to the place, then the survivors in the village might know of someone or something that raised them and brought them here.
I was just about to say we might want to turn around and go check on them again. Just be like, hey, everything's fine.
Okay. Do you want to do
So
anything?
as kind of
Go ahead.
as an extension of Amethyst's telekinesis, she has mold earth, which kind of just opens up the ground and deposits them nice and safely 5 feet under the ground. We'll make it an even 6.
Okay. And then you return to town, yeah?
Yeah.
So when you go back to town, that gentleman will just let you into his home. And he opens it up, and inside, you see him and his family. And so he just welcomes you all. You held them off. That's amazing. Please, come inside. I can't thank you enough. My name is Victor. This is my wife Anna. Ava is in the back, as I said. She's very ill. She's in her bedroom. And this little guy, and he'll pet the dog. This little guy is our pal, and his name is Scoop.
Hello, Scoop.
So unsettled by that picture, and I don't know why.
You
Probably
say
the eyes.
your daughter is ill. Perhaps I can take a look. I happen to have some level of proficiency with illness.
I'll cover this last house here for you. We can I'll move everybody in there. He's going to side eye you for a moment there, Cecil. And then
You know, in these days, when doctors were covered in blood, that was a good sign.
Yes, well, you all were a great help. I suppose you could be of help with my daughter too. Yes, if you wish, you can have a look. As I said, she's in the back in her room.
Certainly, I should be but a moment. No, I'll head back there and check her out. Give a little examination. See what's going on. What am I looking at?
So she seems yeah. Well, give me a roll first of all. It would be medicine.
I would like to take 10 on that.
Okay.
And that'll put me at an 18.
Okay. From your so you'd see like she kind of has like a lot of wraps and stuff on her body, so this little toddler seems to have like some sort of bone disease where like general movement and jostling is not good for her. It's not anything supernatural, it's not a curse, it's just she unfortunately was born with this defect, and transportation for her is can be dangerous.
So nothing I could do. Nothing I could really do there.
Not necessarily. Unless you just carry opiates or something to.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So that is what you conclude. Is it's unfortunately like a brittle bone kind of disorder.
Well, I suppose if we transfer her brain into a different host, we could potentially rewire every circuit, but that's not my specialty.
Ah,
Mm.
I will say, meanwhile, the dog is definitely going to walk up and like, it's very slyly like lean in and try to like chew on the monster's leg. Just.
I kick the dog.
The wife goes over, picks up Scoop. I guess he did bite you first. Scoop, don't bite our guests. Sid.
Edward.
Frankenweenie bullshit is this?
Edward.
Right. Well, we would like to leave town and hopefully go. We would like to visit Kaok, and it would be good to just check on the elder to see if he's okay. But as I said, moving my daughter's giving my wife and I some pause. You've seen her condition.
Yes, I could provide some sort of recipe to help soothe pain, but nothing really to protect her or help her condition.
I see. I'm unsure how we would get her to the elder's house then. He's just at the edge of the woods. His place.
The elder? Who is this person?
Oh, he's a Goliath, like your friend here, and friendly as well, helpful. He
Would it be, flipping through notes, Mr. Kyokin?
Yes, that is him.
Hmm.
What do you know about his family?
Not much. He has a sister, and my understanding is she is certainly not friendly like he is. But I don't know anything else about her.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Okay. Not to say that he's lying, but I don't know. I also don't know.
Oop.
10. So.
You, it looks like a weird connection thing on your camera or something there, Trav.
Oh. Hold on.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah, so a 10, you believe him when he says, he doesn't know anything else about her, but, he might have more feelings about that even if he doesn't know much about her. But you do believe him. That is a truthful statement.
I guess I go. What kind of rumors have you heard about her?
Oh, well, she's everything her brother is not. He is helpful and cares about the people, and my understanding is she is very selfish and kind of rebels against the natural order of things.
And he walks off.
I know there is not much room, and I wouldn't presume to think any of you would want to stay in any of the other homes, but if you want to rest here for the evening before you're on your way, you certainly may.
I would be glad to sleep on your roof, as is customary with a normal person to sleep on a roof.
I have heard that before. I didn't believe it.
How far away did he say what's his face's hut was?
It's
The elder?
Yeah, so it's the same. It's not the same exact direction the zombies went, but it is south and into the woods and just a little distance into the woods.
Like, we'd get there within, like, roughly how long?
Oh, it wouldn't take you long, like 20, 25 minutes.
So we could make, like, a walk over there.
Yeah.
And just lovely people here for the night.
Mhm.
Morning, day,
Yep.
time. It's a construct. We can make a trip real quick. It'll take no time at all.
I would like to just quickly, if we have an hour, I would like to kind of rest briefly to get my head back on straight.
Oh yeah, no
Um,
totes. I'd like to like revive some of those wizard spells that I kind of just threw out.
Okay. I
and
can't
also,
provide much, but Anna and I could at least give you some water as sustenance. Perhaps some bread if we have it.
I've packed myself with lunch. It's actually on your roof at the moment. I should fetch my backpack. Um, also for the girl, next time you cook a chicken, make sure to boil the bones for 12 hours and make a real collagen-rich broth and get as much collagen into her as possible. It might help with the bones. Won't
The
cure, but
His wife's scribbling some stuff down. Oh, okay. That's not anything we've tried before. It could work. Or at least
sage
help.
and thyme for flavor.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, if y'all want to short rest it, you certainly can before you go to the woods. We have just not much more to go before the cliffhanger that I had planned for part 2.
You alright? Gonna burn a couple hit
we
die.
taking a short rest.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think that was your plan. And then
Yeah,
everybody
recover
is
that spell slot.
and then you all are heading into the woods tonight, yeah?
I guess, yeah. Like we're just waiting. We're
Yeah.
just waiting an hour and then going.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay.
Yeah.
Catching your breath and
Okay.
heading out.
So you do that, and like I said, it does not take you long to go into the woods and find the elder's hut. They told you like how to get there, and if it was like if the zombies like came down south and then cut like southwest, he's just direct south. It's like far enough away that like this wasn't like in his backyard. The zombies didn't go to like you did not see this place at all when you followed the zombies. But as you go into the woods at night, you do find his hut pretty easily. And there is a little bit of a glow from the door as if someone is home.
Well, how should we approach this? Another knock on the door scenario?
I could take a peek at their minds and see how many are there before we blunder into something.
Yes. Better safe than sorry, a little recon.
Amethyst is going to draw her cosmic power inward, and she is going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
And get within 30 feet to detect if there are any thoughts inside.
There absolutely is one set of thoughts inside.
She'll send a telepathic message
Okay.
to Cecil, just saying, just one.
He takes out a notepad and scribbles while he's kind of glaring at you. Wonderful.
If we speak to him now, I can try and peer into his mind and see what he's really thinking.
All right. Here goes nothing, or everything. We'll go up and knock on the door with his cane again.
Okay. And after a moment, the door opens, and standing in the doorway is a very old-looking Goliath. Big old beard, hair, and just kind of leaning on a cane. Oh, new faces.
Yes, I know it's late, so do forgive us for that.
It is. I was just about to have my bedtime tea. Would you all like some?
I usually stay away from tea, but I could do a spot.
Yes, you're more than welcome. Please do come in. He'll motion you all in, and there's not really enough room for all 6 of you in there. It's just his little hut, but he'll motion you all in. As Laneth goes in, he's, oh, fellow Goliath, very nice. Then the monster goes by, and, oh, something much more than a Goliath. How interesting.
I think we cut to like shoulder to shoulder cramped in. So,
Right.
anyway,
Right,
thank
well,
you for the hospitality.
here is your tea. My name is Keoken. What can I do for you at this hour?
We are investigating some of the occurrences happening locally recently?
Oh, the village. Yes.
Yes.
It's awful.
Yes. We were told that maybe your sister's name has come up. Well, her presence has, I suppose.
My sister does not have the same hospitality as I.
Yes. Um, wondering if you know anything about her involvement, if any, and about that.
And he'll be like filling with the cane a little bit as he's like sitting down. Well, I must imagine she has some involvement, yes. Yeah, he's definitely hiding something with that 18.
I'd like to detect his surface level thoughts.
Okay. It's very much like a lot of like, oh, Demina, what have you brought upon yourself? What have you
I would
done?
like to ask, and hopefully that this kind of aids in what he's thinking of. Where can we find your sister?
He like looks over slowly. I don't know if you wish to do that, if you value your own safety.
I very much wish to find her. Is he thinking about that at all?
He is thinking about his sister for sure, and it's like like fear and intimidation and like but also a mixture of like, oh, she's an absolute mess, but she's still my sister, she's still family, and I'm really torn up as a result.
Can I try to do a persuasion check to try to see if I can't talk him into it? I know it might
Yeah,
be
of course.
high.
Of course.
Yeah. Let's do that. Hold on. Well, yeah. Yeah, I guess it's just like, I know it's your sister, but we would gladly like to help the people that you are very fond of, right?
She is my sister, and that familial bond will always exist. I'm just afraid she's beyond help.
I would like to probe deeper.
Okay. Tell me again what you get with that.
I believe I need a wisdom save.
Okay. Well, he's an old man, so he's got a good bit of it. Oops, not plus 23. I did not want to do that. But he nat 20'd.
Yeah, I figured you were going to roll a nat 20 anyways, so.
Okay, I accidentally typed plus 23. I meant to type a plus 3, and then he got a 23 with a nat 20 and a 3.
Yeah.
So you don't
he
get
knows
deeper?
that. I don't. I think I know that I'm trying to probe into his mind now.
So he looks over at you. You're trying to fish more out of me, Dragonborn.
We've had a very rough night. So, if you would tell us about your sister, it would be very beneficial to us.
He's going to, like, stand up. Like, clearly be in thought for a moment. So you can't go deeper, but your detect thoughts still go, right?
If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts.
So because he saved, it's done.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So he'll be thinking for a moment. I can tell you where my sister is, but I don't wish to know what you plan to do. She is still my sister, and despite any of her monstrous ideas and actions, I could not ever raise violence toward her myself. Nor do I want to know about any that she does herself or may be inflicted upon her.
I'm going to insight that couldn't do it myself bit.
Okay.
That popped out at me.
Okay. He's old. He couldn't do it. He's old.
Deep in your heart, I think you know someone something needs to stop your sister, and if you can't, perhaps someone else should.
I couldn't do it if I wanted to. You see before you a very old and frail Goliath. And she does not look like this, despite being the older of the two.
Would you say she's very tall?
She is taller than me, yes.
Endowed with great strength.
Well, yes.
Mine's out of the gutter.
I don't know
friends.
how much of the strength is natural, but yes.
Is she endowed with the arcane?
He kind of like shivers a little. She's gonna shiver a little bit. He's gonna shiver a little bit. I suppose that's a tamer way of saying it.
What kind of magic are we talking here? Is she a wizard, or what are we looking at here?
Demina has always dabbled in spells of life, in the lengthening of it, the taking of it, the complete mutating of it. I suppose she feared getting older and weaker, and I'm afraid she found a way to avoid doing just that. Unfortunately, I think it came at the cost of a village that I very much care about.
Cecil's gonna take some more notes. How long would you say that your sisters resided in this area for some time?
No, she moved from place to place practicing these arts, but I suppose she found what she was looking for with Oaktown.
I see.
You need to tell us where she is. If nothing else, go to the village and see the damage that she may have wrought.
I will go to the village. I will tell you where you can find her. But I don't wish to know what you do after that. I just don't wish to know.
That's fair.
And he will pinpoint where in the woods you could find where she lives. I warn you, her magics may make it difficult to reach her herself. But I know that she's always been one to twist the woods and the area around it to her liking.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. We'll be taking your leave now, I suppose, unless there's anything else you think we should know.
Just be careful. She is dangerous.
We appreciate your candor.
Yes. I would offer you to stay here for the night, but I don't think there's enough room for everybody to actually lay down in here.
Well, I sleep on a roof. I'm a roof. I just go into the roof.
Nonetheless, I don't think there's enough room.
Wrinkle.
Cut to everybody still shoulder to shoulder with their tea.
To the monster's neck on the short roof.
All right, so we got like maybe 5 minutes more to a cliffhanger. So shall we say, are you all like planning on long resting and then going out to find her, or are you trying to get to her tonight?
I do
How
think a
far
long
away
rest
is it?
might be.
It's a decent. It's I think I wrote down the exact mileage. It's about 5 miles from his place into the woods, and it's already like pretty late at night.
I think a long rest would be
And-
beneficial.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all long rest. If you go back to the village to long rest, you just let them know that the elder is going to come to check up on things, I guess. to the one family that's still around. And then you were going to try to find her in the morning. So yeah, we'll get up to our cliffhanger here. So as you are going through the woods, on the left here is like mostly what it looks like. But as you get closer and closer to the point that Kyokin marked on your map for you, it starts to look a lot more like what's on the right. Like it's not late enough in the day for it to be this dark in the woods, but it is getting darker and darker as you go in the woods. Like unnaturally so. And so by the time you start nearing the point, it looks like night above you, despite the fact that, temporally it definitely can't be.
Are there any who needs light?
It's not dark enough that you would need dark vision just yet. You're still above ground, like
torches though.
Oh, I see.
Should we grab torches? I've got quite a few torches if anyone needs one.
I don't need one, but I would feel.
Dark vision.
I don't need one, but I would feel.
Vampires should definitely have dark vision.
I never know where to find it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'd feel
for ambience.
Yeah, I would feel comfortable for the ambiance. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely
Okay.
grab one.
Actually,
Excellent.
we have.
It would help.
Does Reborns have dark vision?
Yep, I've got dark
Hey.
vision.
Bing bang.
All right, so 2 of us do.
Yeah, Kess
that
absolutely
it?
does not. Yeah, Kess absolutely does not.
All right, cool. I'll light 3 torches and pass a couple out.
It's the new low for us.
I will also kind of put those black glasses back on and kind of just.
Okay. So you do that, and like I said, you are getting closer and closer to the point marked on the map. Are you just gonna head straight for the point? Are you going to try to scout? What's the move?
Scouting might be best.
I think I'm gonna try to kind of look ahead, do a perception, like fly up, try to see if I can't
Okay.
see something, do a perception check.
Okay. So the thickness of the wood, 20 is pretty good. Thickness of the woods aren't gonna like even if you're flying up, not much is gonna change because
Right.
the woods are thick. But you do notice as you fly up with your 20, you do notice a particular tree that looks much larger and thicker than the other trees around it. And it appears to have some sort of like decorations or something on it. You can't quite tell, but the tree does have some things hanging from it.
Would I be able to do either like a nature or history check to see if I notice what those are?
Sure.
Okay, which nature or history?
I would say do a nature,
Nature check. Okay.
because history ain't gonna do anything.
Oh well,
You have no idea. You have no
it's
idea.
a tree.
You have no idea, and it's dark. You're just like, I don't know. There's a tree with things hanging from it.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw a big tree. To everybody.
Yep. And it's kind of like just up over the next, like, crest of the hill or whatever.
Wonderful. Let's approach. Let's see if we can find this villain, I guess.
Villain would be accurate.
Maybe.
Okay, so you crest the hill. I will before I show it, because we're about to get our cliffhanger, so I'll just talk it up for a bit. So as you come up over the hill, you all see the tree that is much larger than the ones around it. And as you get closer, you are able to see what is hanging from the tree. And what is hanging from the tree are not all, but some of those removed heads from the villagers. And I don't know, some of you may recall a Photoshop that I made not too long ago. As you come up on if you all remember the tree of heads that was photoshopped once upon a time. And as you get closer to this tree, all those heads, the eyes suddenly open, and the tree glows purple. The heads start glowing the same color, And they all just look at you and scream very, very loudly. And that is where we will pause for this episode.
Why does it have a life bar?
It's only it's not even its final form though.
I'll just say it. Those heads
Oh.
are ugly. Those villages are butt ugly.
Yes.
It's true.
Look,
That's-
you would have an ugly sunken head if your head was out in the rain.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
You know, my
this
skin
was
is
prompted, I
irritated.
think, by that one thing that happened at the beginning of the AE campaign. And Sid was like, "Yo, that sounds like some
Mhm.
like Bloodborne boss," and I was like, "Noted."
Mm.
The Yule Tree of the Damned.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happens. You walk up on this tree of heads, and they start screaming, and that is that's what happens. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we'll be back with part 2 of this next week. Travis will be here. Artem, you're not sure just yet, I guess,
Yeah.
right? Okay. But if not, we'll be doing part 2 of this. I don't know. Maybe Laneth will just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go make sure the village is okay."
Yeah, just like, oh, fuck this shit, and just
Yeah,
runs away.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
or
that's definitely an option.
yeah, or we'll retcon like somebody stayed behind with the family or something. Maybe he wanted to stay to talk to the fellow Goliath. We won't make your character just run away in a panic.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, so that's where we're gonna pick up next time. Everybody's been long rested, but this tree is definitely pissed.
Oh, wait, well, that's it.
So, Trav, you want to plug anything real quick before we end the stream?
Yeah, twitch.tv/TurboBison. Do my streams every morning during the week, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 1 p.m. And then podcast P&B, which Tony has been on, and Live from Pool House, my Fresh Friends podcast. There it is. That's all. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Dope. All right. Thanks for swinging by, my friend. We'll see you again next week. And
Yes, sir.
catch all of you next week as well. Bye, everybody.
I'm gonna go pee.
Nice.